He's going to cross the 40 to the 35-30. He's going to get the first down and more. Up the middle. He breaks away. He took it back. Oh, my goodness. Takes the snap. He throws out to the right side to number 12, who catches it. Touchdown.
Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here are the voices of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, it's win or go home as the Culver Cavaliers host their rival, the South Central Satellites, in the first round of sectionals underneath the Friday night lights. This is Indiana High School football. With us tonight, down on the sidelines, getting all the inside information, Justin Ruff. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. Welcome you to round one of the Indiana High School football sectional 41 from beautiful Culver, Indiana. 4-6-5-1-1. We are back for more, set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. It is with an extremely heavy heart. This is going to be really hard. It is with an extremely heavy heart that we are mourning the loss this week of KVB's WYMR Max 98.3 FM sports broadcaster, Tony the Boss Ross. I'm sorry, folks. The outpouring of support and kind words by all of you in the community showcased how important Tony was to all of us. It was an honor for me to join the KVB family in 2014, where I became Tony's sideline reporter right out of college. I learned so much from the boss. His energy and enthusiasm for sports in general was very apparent each time he was on the air. You always knew by listening, Tony never phoned it in. His dedication to his craft is something I have always admired and have tried to emulate myself. His connection to the communities in our area is something not very many people can say they have been able to do. Everyone that met Tony in passing left feeling more important because that's how he made you feel. Important. Tonight's broadcasts on KVB's WKVI and WYMR are in honor of Tony the Boss Ross. We both have plugged in a headset for him tonight, as it just won't be the same going forward without hearing him on the air one more time. Rusty Nixon is on the call for the Plymouth Rockies as they are taking on Wawasee. We invite you to flip back and forth between 98.3 and 99.3 as KVB is honored to continue these amazing traditions. At this time, I would like to take a moment of silence and mute our mics for the boss, for Tony. Please join me in thinking of him and all the fond memories we have had with him over the years. Thank you. Tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line, we will be playing highlights of Tony instead of highlights from our game as we usually do. We will also air an interview we had with him in April of 2023 after he had been awarded the Excellence in Football Media at the prestigious Gritty's Award Banquet. As Tony would say, "How you doing, babe? We miss you, Tony, and we love you. This one's for you." As we get ready for our 10th football broadcast of the season, we have talked with both head coaches of the Culver Cavaliers, Austin Faust, and the South Central Satellites, Buzz Schoaf, during several practices and on the Saturday Sports Line each week. When we look at the away team tonight, the Culver Cavaliers are under the direction of Austin Faust for his second year as the head coach. In week 1, to start things off, they hosted Attica and came away with an astounding performance, winning 42-0. They followed that up in week 2, hosting the West Central Trojans. We were there for that one as the Cavs fell 28-16. In week 3, they fell on the road to Triton 40-8. And then in week 4, fell to Winnemac on the road 22-14. Week 5 didn't get much better as we saw them host the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays, losing 70-0. In Week 6, they fell to Casson at home in a tight one, 21-20. Week 7, they fell to Pioneer on the road, 45-20, and then last week they hosted, 2 weeks ago they lost to North Miami at home, 61-26. Here we go. Last week, to end the regular season on the road, they took on their rival, the South Central Satellites, and fell 30-22. The Cavs come into tonight's matchup 1-8 on the year and 0-7 in Hoosier North Athletic Conference play. Looking at stats for the Cavs, they are led by junior quarterback Jonas McEwen. He has thrown the ball for 1,056 yards, completing 62 of his 122 passing attempts while adding 9 passing touchdowns up to this point. Right behind him in the rushing department, the Cavs are led by senior running back Ethan Binion. He has rushed the ball 88 times for 415 yards. He comes into tonight averaging a good 4.7 yards per carry and has 6 rushing touchdowns. The Cavs have another running back that has been putting up good numbers. Senior Tony Summers has rushed the ball 51 times for 330 yards and has 4 touchdowns on the ground as well. In the receiving category, senior David Height leads the team in receiving yards with 468 on 20 receptions. He has 5 receiving touchdowns up to this point as well. And then junior Caleb McEwen has had 19 receptions for 324 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns of his own up to this point. The Cavs are averaging 18.7 points per game on offense, and their defense is allowing 36.2 points per game coming into tonight. With us this evening, down on the sidelines, helping us break things down, is our very own sports analyst, Justin Ruff. Welcome back, Jay.
Hey, how's it going, Mitch? It's great to be back, and with the passing of Tony, the boss, it's extremely saddened. I know you're saddened. The whole WKVI is, and I just want to say, Mitch, not only has he been a huge part of your life in this community and WKVI, but you take a look right after his passing on social media, Mitch, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. He's all over the place.
Yeah, I know.
And that just symbolizes we recognize greatness around here. And just the footprint that man has made to this community, not only this community, Mitch, but this broadcasting in the state of Indiana is incredible. So not only this show, Mitch, will be for him, the rest of our shows will be for that man. So it's a great miss. We'll be definitely miss him, but he will never be forgotten, Miss.
Yes, Justin, well said. Couldn't agree more. The outpouring of support by high school kids, by kids in college, by adults, by school corporations Bremen dedicating their press box. Plymouth has stickers that they will be wearing on their helmets. The list goes on. We won't be able to figure out how many things are being done for Tony because everyone is chipping in at this point, and it just really is a tough situation. And like I mentioned a moment ago, I invite all of our listeners from the WYMR area and the WKVI area to join us tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line as we will have highlights of Tony. Great highlights over the years. Of course, I don't have everything dating back to the beginning, but I do have things as far back as 2014 that I've included in this broadcast tomorrow. Just such an enthusiastic individual. The way he called a ball game, the way he called sports was all in all the time, and that's something that I picked up from him. You know, a lot of broadcasters want to change their voice and sound a little bit more professional and not speak the way they would speak to their mother at the dining room table. Tony spoke the way he spoke to you on the air, that he spoke to you at dinner. And that's what I took from Tony. Be yourself. Be enthusiastic. Show the energy. And that's what I've tried to emulate from Tony over the last few years of me doing this at WKVI. Man, you just can't You just can't replace someone like that. And I heard what Rusty Nixon said a few moments ago in his tribute to Tony. Maybe that's a good thing that we aren't replacing. There is no replacing someone like that because you can't. It's someone that is so special to this area. And just like you said, Justin, the amount of support that you saw on social media, it really showed us how important he really was. But like Rusty said, and like I said on our social media post, Tony would have been mad with us if we didn't do this game. We were really contemplating of just not doing this game. It was going to be too tough, but we came together and Rusty and I decided, he would have been mad. He would have been upset that we weren't here for the kids. And that's what Tony was about, here for the kids. So this one is definitely for Tony the Boss Ross. We'll try to keep it as professional as we can tonight, folks. It's just going to be that kind of night. But Justin, you saw the Cavs a few weeks ago. Of course, you're a Winamac alum. You saw the Winamac Warriors take care of business against the Cavs. What stuck out that night against the Cavs that you can remember?
Well, heck, Mitch, it wasn't Cupcake City against the Winamac Warriors. The Cavaliers really brought it to Winamac. It was a really close game on this field, and what really took my eye, Mitch, to that game and will be very key to this game, Mitch, is the senior running back in Binion. He will be extremely big today. Not only is he a senior playing on this field, potentially could be his last game. I guarantee he's not going to shoot for that. He's going to bust it.
Yeah.
And South Central, he had a good game last week against South Central.
Yeah.
And I am predicting, I'm not a predictor, but I am predicting that he's going to have even a better game on his field against the Satellites tonight, Mitch.
Yeah, and we might want to add Ethan Binion. His number is now number 20 on the field tonight. While he is listed normally at 42, number 42, he will be number 20 on the field this evening. We turn the page and look at the away team tonight. South Central Satellites head coach Buzz Schoaf is in his 8th season as the man in charge. The Satellites started their season off against Bowman Academy and won big time, 48-14. In Week 2, they hosted Boone Grove and fell short 30-6. Week 3, they fell to North Judson St. Pierre at home and lost 61-0. Week 4, they took on Triton and fell 48-12. Week 5, they traveled a long road from Union Mills to Caston and unfortunately lost 48-14. Week 6, they hosted Pioneer and fell 57-6. Then in Week 7, they traveled even farther to North Miami and lost 63-20. Week 8, we saw them at Winamac, not able to get what they wanted going, losing 50-12. And then to end the regular season last week, as we mentioned a moment ago, they beat these Cavs of Culver at home on senior night 30-22. The Satellites come into this round 1 sectional 41 matchup at 2-7 on the year and 1-6 in Hoosier North Athletic Conference play. We look at the stats for the Satellites. They're led by junior quarterback Rylan Rondo. He has thrown the ball for 633 yards on 45 of 80 passing attempts with 6 passing touchdowns up to this point. Leading the team on the ground is senior Clayton Strow. He is averaging just over 7.5 yards per carry with a total of 430 yards on 57 carries and 6 rushing touchdowns. In the receiving category, Carter Holmquist leads the team with 428 receiving yards on 26 receptions with 5 receiving touchdowns on the year. As a team, they are averaging 16.4 points per game on offense, and their defense is allowing 43.7 points per game. Justin, it's been a tough road for both of these teams this season, and with the draw happening, they both found out they had to see each other again this week for the first round of sectionals. Knowing that, what are your thoughts on this matchup tonight?
I look on John Harrell and I see the records, and I think to myself, why the heck am I looking at records, Mitch? They mean absolutely nothing. This is sectional time in Indiana, and the journey begins today. One of these teams are going to advance on the sectionals, obviously, and one, their season will end. Yeah. And even last week, Mitch, does not matter. Even though South Central won, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
And, it's going to be interesting because I saw South Central another time, and they got destroyed by Winamac. And
you had to get that in there, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I had to. Sorry. But Culver really put up a good fight, and then Culver won South Central won last week. So again, doesn't matter. None of that matters. What matters for South Central is going to be key is their defense. They forced some key turnovers last week, and I said key for offense for Culver is the focusedness on Binion. So if they can contain Binion, their senior leader, they're kind of one of their stars on offense, they'll put themselves in a good position moving on to the second round sectional, Mitch.
Well, we are expecting a tough but an amazing evening of IHSAA Sectional 41 football action, as we sure do appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show. Taste the feeling. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Another special person to the KVB family is John Thompson. He knew Tony so well all those years ago when we met back in 2014. Shout out to John Thompson, as I know he is mourning with us. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports and helping continue this tradition on KVB's WKVI. We are lucky to say we have 0 injuries to report, as that is our Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. Stay tuned. We're going to hear from Austin Faust of the Cavs and Buzz Show for the Satellites after the break. That's in the KVB Coaches Corner. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This is Buzz Schoaf, head coach of the South Central Satellites. Stay tuned for more satellite football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
One of our hometown businesses here in our area in Monterey, it's LAP Waste.
Being able to recycle is one of our main goals at LAP Waste. Being able to say that we only take about 8% of our trash to the dump is pretty impressive for us, and we hope to keep building on that.
We service an 80-mile circle from Monterey. If you have a small job, big job, or just have a one-time, we are here to make a difference in this area.
And that phone number, Kirby?
574-542-4019.
It's time to hear from the coaches in the KVB Coaches Corner. Here's Mitch Columbi.
I'm here with head coach of the South Central Satellites, Buzz Schoaf. Here we are, Coach, first round of Sectional 41. You see your rival, the Culver Cavaliers. You took care of business last week at home on senior night against them. Does anything change tonight?
Obviously, it wasn't a perfect game, so we got to clean up some silly penalties. We had 3 turnovers the first time around that we'd like to have back. So, they made some penalties and they had some turnovers too. So that's they kind of balanced each other out. But I know that's what they worked on all week. So that's what we worked on all week, and we're just expecting to come out and play tough and probably have a similar type football game. So we came out on top the first time, and it's hard to win back-to-back weeks like that. But we're prepared for whatever they can throw at us. So we're just excited to be here.
Something that we talked with head coach Austin Faust a few moments ago. Both of these teams like to get the ball in the air. While you got the ball in the air a few times last week, did very well. You also did a great job running with Stroud and also Rylan Rondo. Do we expect to see the Satellites rush tonight?
Well, our game plan is, we like to throw the football, but we like to see if we can run the ball. If we can run the ball, obviously it's a little safer, but in last week we were able to move the football on the ground, so you just stuck with it, threw it when we had to, threw it when we needed to, but, we're not afraid to throw it, right? So, we try to stay 50-50. We're not looking at a chart or anything like that, but, if it's there, we're going to take it, but if it's not, we have no problem running the football as well.
message to Satellite Nation here in sectionals?
You can't ask for a better night on August 25th. So, the weather's nice, the field's nice, two good teams that are going to face each other that it should be a battle. So, there's nothing going on in Union Mills tonight. There's nothing going on in Culver tonight, so you might as well just make your trip on out here.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
I'm talking with head coach of the Culver Cavaliers, Austin Faust. Here we are, Coach, opening round of Sectional 41. You're taking on your rival, the South Central Satellites. You got a little bit of a taste of them last week. What changes tonight, though?
Yeah, not a whole lot, I think. I think the biggest thing is just hopefully our play. Eliminate the turnovers, eliminate the mistakes, and be able to tackle better. I think if we can do that, then hopefully it's going to go our way.
Yeah, something that stood out to us last week was the running game was very strong against these Satellites. You didn't really have to put the ball in the air very much at all, really. Do we expect to see the Cavs running a lot tonight?
Yeah, I probably could have done a better job of maybe being a little more balanced. We may, see a little bit in the air, a little bit more because we have, some good receivers and arm talent with what Jonas has. And we expect to, be able to get outside and, we just got to sustain our blocks a little bit better than what we did in the second half.
What would be your message to Cavalier Nation tonight at home?
Yeah, beautiful night. Put a sweatshirt on, come on out and watch us get a W tonight.
All right, Coach, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks for everything.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Time now for the keys to the game. Sponsored by the Auto Park.
Hey folks, Auto Park Fort LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
Time now for the keys to the game. Sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen.
All right, as we get set for Indiana High School football sectional 41 action, what are your keys to the game as a South Central Satellite, Justin?
South Central, I kind of said it, they have to contain Binion. Make sure they close up all the holes so he doesn't go nutty and really try to force them. I wouldn't say force them to throw it, but just keep the ball out of Binion's hands of all times.
All right, now flip sides. If you were the head coach of the Culver Cavaliers, what do you want to see out of your boys on the field tonight?
Again, defense is key. And also, take care of the football. Last week was a big pain for them, especially in the end zone. They lost it a couple times. So offensively, take care of the ball, Mitch.
That's our keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. It's time now to sit back, pop open an ice-cold Coke and chill. The Coca-Cola pregame show continues. Our LAP Waste starting lineups are next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This is Austin Faust, head coach of the Culver Cavaliers. Stay tuned for more Cavalier football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, WKVI.
Have you ever wondered how much I could sell my vehicle for? Well, Auto Park Chevrolet GMC can help with that. We're looking to buy your vehicle. It is a quick, simple process that puts money in your pocket. Stop by the Auto Park on Oak Road for one of our sales professionals to assess your vehicle and have a cash price for you in moments. If you're looking to trade, we have stacks of inventory for you to choose from, or you can walk away with a check in hand. Don't hassle with listing on Marketplace or waiting forever to sell it privately. Let us make you an offer today. Auto Park Chevrolet GMC. Check us out at www.autoparkchevroletbuickgmc.com or call 574-936-5590 or come to see us next to Walmart in Plymouth.
It's time for the LAP Waste starting lineups.
For the Cavaliers of Culver, Indiana. On offense, starting at quarterback, we will see Jonas McEwen. The running back is Ethan Binion. Starting wide receivers are Caleb McEwen, Braylon Jackson, David Hyde, and Tony Summers. In the trenches on the O-line for the Cavs are Logan Caudill and Isaiah Vela at the tackle positions. Robert Evans and Drake Zorich are the guards, and Shane Martin in the middle at the center position. On defense for the Cavs, starting defensive backs are Tony Summers, Jonas McEwen, and David Height. Starting linebackers are Caleb McEwen, Ethan Binion, Shane Martin, and Drake Zorich. On the D-line for the Cavs, we will see Logan Caudill, Isaiah Vela, Skylar Gear, and Theron Carrington. For the Satellites of Union Mills, Indiana, on offense, starting at quarterback is Rylan Rondo. The tailback is Clayton Stroud. The halfback is Landon Clifford. Starting wide receivers are Brad Bashinsky, Carter Holmquist, and Cameron Schultz. In the trenches on the O-line for the Satellites are Braden Lautenbach and Colt Snyder at the tackle positions. Cooper Nealon and Cole Freeman are the guards, and Jacob Saunders in the middle at the center position. On defense for the Satellites, starting quarterbacks are Rylan Rondo and Cameron Schultz. Starting safeties are Brad Bashinsky and Trenton Martin. Starting linebackers are Cole Freeman, Cooper Nealon, and Landon Clifford. On the D-line for the Satellites, we will see Colt Snyder and Braden Lautenbach as the defensive ends. Nevin Beagle is the defensive tackle, and Anthony Rimkus is the nose. That is our LAP way. Starting lineups, we will be back to get set for kickoff. Hey, you are listening to KVB's WKVI.
This is Buzz Schoaf, head coach of the South Central Satellites. Stay tuned for more satellite football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From beautiful Culver, Indiana, welcome to the first round of Indiana High School Football Sectional 41 action between the South Central Satellites and the Culver Cavaliers. The rivalry is renewed. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. We are very proud to let you know the public address announcer tonight at Cavalier Field is our good friend Shane Lowry. Our scoreboard operator is Scott Johnson. The play clock operator is Eddie Molbash. Our officials for tonight are Sean Jenkins, Chad Davis, Brendan Turner, Savin Williams, and Chris Mathis. Down on the sidelines getting all the inside information from the field is sports analyst Justin Ruff. And like I said, I'm Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for Indiana High School football from beautiful Culver, Indiana. We look around our other area teams, Jay, the Knox Redskins, on the road for the first round of sectionals, taking on River Forest. And then the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays hosting South Newton. West Central on the road to face LaVille. Winnemac is hosting Taylor. What do you think is going to happen in that Winnemac game, Jay?
I mean, I think it's a well-even match game, I feel like. Taylor's going to give Winnemac their hands full. They're no cupcake, Mitch, so the thing for them is it's home field, and hopefully we can run the ball on them big time, so we can keep the season going, Mitch.
They are making a very nice moment for Tony right now. We're going to pause.
And fans in our local communities on the morning airwaves and at the many local high school events in the gym or in the press box. Culver Community Schools would like to honor the life and service of Tony the Boss Ross with a moment of silence. Thank you.
Quite a touching moment here by Shane Lowry. Class act here. As tonight's kickoff is brought to you in part by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac. We also appreciate them being the sponsor for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week Award given out each week on the Saturday Sports Line. Set to kick is Tommaso Dambelli. Deep to return is Tony Summers and David Hyde. And we are underway in Sectional 41, Round 1. A deep kick bounces into the end zone, a touchback, and the Cavs will have it on the 20-yard line to start, Jay.
Yeah, South Central. Well, I'm sorry, Culver is going to be starting off. Again, like I said, Mitch, we're going to see how much they go after Binion here. And just put the team on his shoulders right away. We're going to see.
Jonas McEwen didn't get the ball in the air very much. The one time that I remember off the top of my head was a nice seam route up the middle by David Height. But Jonas McEwen can throw the ball very well, as he is going to take this one from shotgun with Ethan Binion to his right. He sets Height in motion, takes the snap.
There he goes.
Oh, there goes Binion up the middle. Breaks away to the 40, now to the 45 to the 50, 45 to the 40, 35 to the 30. A satellite is after him to the 25 to the 20, 15, still on his feet to the 10, and he's knocked down. Big time run, Ethan Binion.
That's how it's gonna go, Mitch. I tell you, heck, I was talking to Coach. They want to go after that senior captain leader, and he made a big play, big run starting off this game, Mitch.
Yeah, Ethan Binion definitely picking up where he left off last week. This is exactly what we saw in Union Mills. Now he's at home in Culver putting on a show for Cav Nation. They will spot the ball on the 10-yard line. First and goal after one play for the Cavs in the first 30 seconds. 0-0.
And it was. Sorry, Mitch, it wasn't just Binion. He, of course, made a beautiful play, but that offensive line just opened the seas for that man.
Takes the snap out of the gun, hands off to Binion, sweep up to the left side, and he's brought down near the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play, if that.
Back-to-back plays going after number 20. Again, South Central, they really have to focus on that guy and close up all those holes that he's about to run through, Mitch.
Definitely something we talked about last week. If he can't stop the run, why do we need to pass? 10:45 to go in the opening quarter, second and goal. Ball on the 8-yard line, out of the gun. McEwen takes the snap, hand off to Binion, wrapped up immediately, and now that D-line from the Satellites is woken up a bit.
I mean, it takes pretty much one play to knock him down. All right, hey, we got to wake up, boys. And that's a lot of leadership. I see a lot of yelling over here in South Central, these leaders right here on the sideline.
Both teams' practices were very, very intense. Another thing I picked up from the boss, Tony Ross, he said, you got to go to practice if you want to know what's going on, Mitch. And, man, were they intense this week in practice. Out of the gun, Jonas McEwen takes a snap, steps back, looks to throw, fires near sideline to his brother. Caleb McEwen overthrown, and that will bring up fourth down. My goodness, fourth and goal here.
Good defensive stop right there for South Central. I do believe Culver's going to go for this and try to get it in the end zone, but two back-to-back plays, South Central stopping them right here. We'll see if they make it three.
Yeah, after the big-time run from Ethan Binion, nothing going right now. The Satellites defense is holding strong. Going forward on fourth and goal. Ball on the 5, out of the gun. McEwen rolls out to his right, finds his man. It's Caleb McEwen, and he dropped it.
Oh, man. He's going to watch film and just be a little bit upset. That ball was in his hands, man. No one around him dropped it, unfortunately, but I mean, we'll see what Culver's made of here. You play some defense, hopefully get the ball back, continue this enthusiasm. They're pretty enthusiastic right here, especially this coaching staff. Heck, Mitch.
Yeah, Cavs going left on your radio dial. The Satellites going right. Ball on the near hash for the Satellites. First and 10. Ball on their own 5-yard line. Spread formation out of the gun. I believe that's Clayton Stroud taking the first snap. This is kind of what we saw last week. Stroud will take a snap or two, and then they'll bring Rylan Rondo in, who is the junior and the future. It looks like he draws the Cavs offside, Jay.
Absolutely, and that's what Coach Austin was talking about. Turnovers and silly plays like that, and they have to eliminate those if they want to continue their season, Mitch.
Next play, first and 5.
1st and 5, ball on the 10 from shotgun. It's Stroud, takes the snap, hands off, and met immediately by the Cavs. I believe that was Theron Carrington, number 1 in there.
That was a big boy play. I mean, he's not the tallest individual on the field, but that was a big boy play by number 1, making a statement there.
Yeah, Stroud handing off to Dylan Shively. We are waiting to see Rylan Rondo, as he took the majority of the snaps last week. But tonight, it's Stroud so far. 2nd and 5, ball on their own 10. Takes a snap out of the gun, hands up. This is Shively.
There it is.
And he found the hole, getting to the 15, maybe the 16-yard line, close to that first down marker.
I think he got it. Yep, they're giving it to him. I mean, he found the little hole and, moved it, made the chain gang move a little bit, work a little bit, and he's got 4 more downs, Mitch.
Coming up on 9 minutes to go in the opening quarter. We are scoreless. It looked like the Cavs were going to punch one in, but the Satellites D held strong, and they have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 15 from shotgun. It's senior Clayton Stroud. Takes the snap, hands off up the middle. No, he keeps it himself. Far side of the field, crosses the 20, and he's pushed out of bounds just past the 20-yard line. You like that?
I like it. That was a good, confident run by the quarterback. He's maybe 2 yards shy for that first down. But that's what you need, Mitch, for a quarterback to keep in control like that. And that was a good, confident run. And if you keep doing that, man, your team's going to feel that as well and be confident with you. That was a good, confident run.
So it'll be 2nd down, shot just shy of that first down marker. From the gun, it's Clayton Stroud. Shively offset to his right, takes a step back, fires, had his man. That was Cameron Schultz in the hand, and he dropped it. I think he felt the Cavs breathing on him.
Yeah, he did. It was kind of like Culver. The ball hit his hands, but he had a little bit more attention on him. A couple of guys, like you said, Mitch, probably felt him breathing down his neck, but the ball hit his hands, just bounced right out. But again, that was a good, confident throw by the lefty. And that's just unfortunate that it didn't catch for him.
Next play, 3rd and 3. Twins to the right. From a shotgun, it's Clayton Stroud. Hands off to Shively. Breaks the first tackle. Takes on the next one. Close to the first down marker. You may have had a better vantage point.
He might be shy. Yep, couple inches shy, Mitch.
Wow, so it'll bring up 4th down here.
And it looks like
they're
going for it. We're on like the 24.
Wow. So the Satellites will be going for it on 4th and 1. I think head coach Buzz Schoaf is saying we can get 1 yard.
I say they give it to the quarterback.
Yeah.
I say they give it to him. We'll see what he does right here. This is a big-time play right here in the first quarter.
Stroud from shotgun takes a snap. It is a quarterback keep up the middle. Wrapping him up. He's going to get the first.
He got it.
At the end of the day, you put the ball in your senior and you trust and believe, and he gets the first down, and he will move those chains yet again on this drive.
You see Coach Buzz. Look at him being brave today. It's Brave Day. Hey,
he wants this.
Mitch, this is senior night, man.
Yeah. Well, and
not senior night. I'm sorry.
Sectional, yeah. But, I mean, you think about it. Last year they beat the Cavs in the regular season. The Cavs beat them in this exact game last year. Head coach Buzz Schoaf doesn't want that to happen again. 1st and 10 on their own 27. Flag flies.
Flag on the play.
Yep. Little kangaroo jumping here for Culver Cavaliers. That's 2 of them now, Mitch.
Yeah.
That's 2 of them that's making the chain game move a little bit. They have to focus up and really take away these turnovers. They're gonna kill them if they continue it.
And I would almost say if you're South Central, you take note of that and remember, hey, we can use the hard count on them maybe a little more tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Or at least pick the right time to use it. 1st and 5, ball on the 32. Satellites staying alive here. Under 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. We are scoreless from Cavalier Field in beautiful Culver, Indiana. Twins to the right. Stroud from the gun, takes the snap, steps back, fires, has his man. That is Carter Holmquist near the first down marker. He will be just shy, maybe a yard or 2. Quick little pass play there.
Again, he's looking. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of him. He's looking confident out there. He's knowing where he's going. He kind of looked the opposite way just a little bit, and then he saw his guy and he fired it in there. This is it's a slow drive, but this is a drive that South Central needed, Coach. Especially after that, Mitch. I'm sorry. Especially after that that pretty good drive by Culver right off the bat.
Yeah, I've never coached. First and 10 for the Satellites. Takes the snap. It's Stroud. Quarterback keep
flags
again.
all over.
He gets tripped up near the 48. We'll see what the penalty is on. A plethora of flags.
Yep, Flag City down here, Mitch. We got a bunch of them. Might be a push in the back. We'll see what.
Well, as you would say, Justin, no cupcakes tonight.
No cup. I mean, absolutely not. If you want, I do like myself some cupcakes, but looks like it's a holding call, Mitch. A holding call on South Central.
So a holding will push the Satellites back. It looks like they're going to spot it right on the 33, 32-yard line.
Satellites have the ball on their own 32-yard line. First down.
So first and long, first in eternity here. They need to get to the 49-yard line.
It's not short, Mitch. Definitely not short. But again, just stay confident if you're this quarterback here, South Central. Keep doing what you're doing, what he's been doing. Here he goes.
Takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, fires, has Cameron Schultz. He's caught at the 48, tackled at the 49. They do it in one play.
Wow. Mitch, that was this close of being intercepted. They tried to, Culver of CB, man, he tried to jump in there, but barely escaped Culver. That was a good confident throw, but man, that was risky, Mitch.
So it will be a fresh set of downs for the Satellites. First and 10, ball spotted on the 49-yard line in Satellite territory. Being very methodical on this drive, taking their time. As it will be Clayton Stroud from shotgun. Dylan Shively to his left, sets Brad Bashinsky in motion, takes a snap, quarterback keep again, and then the flags fly all over the place. Same type of situation from earlier.
Yeah, if you're Coach Buzz, man, just keep the ball in his hands and let him make decisions. But there's a flag. Looks like it's on South Central again.
And it'll push them back to the 44-yard line. It'll stay first down.
So I think we're 2-2, Mitch, with penalties. Culver has 2, South Central has 2. We'll see if either of these teams can clean them up.
You see these two teams out there, you realize how evenly matched they kind of are.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
From shotgun, it's Clayton Stroud. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, flag again. My gosh, they do not like something.
Yep, little movement there from South Central.
Yep, my gosh. So these are situations that head coach Buzz Schoaf talked to us about in the KVB Coaches Corner. He said we've got to limit the penalties. And that's 3 here on this drive.
I know I'm not the best looker. Like, my eyes are all right. I don't have glasses or anything, but I'm standing across from Coach Buzz. I think I see some redness in his face. I mean, with these calls, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
There's kind of like plays that you can easily control.
First and 20. Stroud steps back, deep pass play to Brad Bashinsky. Overthrew his intended target. He likes Bashinsky. He also likes Schultz. We've seen both of those guys get targets tonight.
Second and 20.
And what's interesting is we're not seeing Rylan Rondo quite yet.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we'll see him soon. But with those two guys he's targeting, especially 24 here, man, I don't blame him for liking him because he has some speed on him. And he was just maybe a tiny little bit in short for catching that and going for 6. Mitch, I almost called you coach again. What in the world?
It's been a weird week. We're going to make it through, though. 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Stroud takes a big-time hit as he throws.
Wow.
And it'll bring up 3rd and 20. Good job by the Cavs. He found Cameron Schultz, but he got hit as he threw. And that'll bring up 3rd down.
Third down and 20.
Heck, Mitch, we're kind of focusing on South Central's offense and how they look. I mean, Culver's defense is standing their own ground right now, even though, they're moving a little bit, South Central is. But that last play, taking away that long pass, staying close to him, and then focusing on this quarterback, making sure he doesn't get another throw is key for Culver.
Definitely. Next play, 3rd and long. Stroud takes the snap, fires, and it's overthrown. Brad Bashinsky. It'll bring up 4th and long, and I assume you got a punt here.
Yeah, I mean, looks like there's some guys rotating in. Yeah, it looks like he's punting, which I don't blame him.
Yeah. Keener Construction is proud to be a Knox Redskin alum. They are excited to witness the Redskins take the field each week this season. Call Chad Keen at Keener Construction today for all your construction needs at 574-806-1387. Deep to return for the Cavs is number 20. That is Ethan Binion and David Height. Deep booming kick back to the 30, crosses the 35. Stutter steps to the 40, breaks the 4th tackle. Now he gets to the 46, and he's brought down to the 47. Ethan Binion is feeling confident tonight.
Absolutely, and this is why I think some defensive players, they like that we wear jerseys, Mitch.
Yeah.
Because the only thing he had on Binion, the defender, was his jersey just pulling him. And then he had enough to pull him a little bit back, and that's how Binion was stopped. But, man, that guy, number 20, man, he's a baller. I mean, he's a strong individual guy.
Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local high school sports and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home in Stark County. Call them today at 574-896-2567. Second drive on offense for the Cavs. 1st and 10, ball on their own 47. It's Jonas McEwen setting David Hyde in motion. Pitch up to David, crosses the 45, gets to the 50, tackle to the 49 on the other side of the field.
David Hyde maybe got a couple yards in there. It looked like a little jet pass. But we'll see. I guarantee. I mean, heck, if you're Coach Osborne, you just continue. About 3 minutes left in this first quarter, Mitch. I mean, you just have to. I like that little pass there,
yes.
or the little run there with height, and then keep mixing it up with the big boy 20 Binion. I mean,
yeah,
good things can happen.
A play last week that the Satellites had trouble with was the double handoff using David Height.
Here he goes. He's throwing
here's
it.
the next play. Step back, looks to throw, and it's underthrown. He tried to find David Height, who we just mentioned a moment ago. So they are stepping back and throwing more than we saw last week in the first quarter. It's Jonas McEwen.
In this situation,
yeah,
we're what, 3 and 5?
Mm-hmm. 3rd and 5.
I mean, this is something. We're on the 50-yard line, 49 to be exact. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to Binion right here. Hey, boy. Hey, big boy. Go get yourself 4 yards, man.
3rd and 5, ball on the Satellites 49.
Giving it to Binion.
Toss out to Binion, cross the 50 to the 45, still on his feet to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cavs! Ethan Binion. Oh, they're saying he stepped out.
Oh, wow.
So they are saying he stepped out near the 15-yard line. He threw all of us for a loop, even Cav Nation.
Spot the ball at the South Central 15-yard line.
Oh, man. Heck, again, Mitch, I'm not the best looker. I did not see that.
Yeah, he just kept running. I think he faked all of us out. We thought he got the TD.
Sure looked like he did, but heck, we got some more football. That's fine with me.
1st and 10. Ball is spotted near the 15-yard line. From shotgun, Jonas McEwen sets David Hyde in motion, takes a snap, hands off to Binion up the middle. Wow, great blocks, got him all the way past the 5-yard line?
4. Yeah, looks like he's at the 4-yard line. Again, like I mentioned, Mitch, I mean, we're saying Binion, man, he looks good. He looks good. This offensive line is stepping up.
Yes.
They're not messing around. They know what their assignment is. And is to make Binion look good, and right now they're doing that.
Gabe Jackson, Keneal Anthony, Isaiah Vela, Drake Zorich, Skylar Gear. Those guys are doing a good job up front. As here's the next play.
And they're doing it again. Oh.
And the Satellites read it well. Not much on the carry. What'd you see?
I mean, they closed it up. I mean, it's similar to the last drive, Mitch. I mean, last time they were here within the 10, and they're really closing that gap. I mean, the main focus, I mean, if you're South Central, you know where the ball's going for the majority of the time, and that's number 20. So they're just closing that gap. They have some big boys right there at South Central. They're not small.
No. 2:28 to go in the first quarter. Head coach Buzz Schoaf says he likes his team in white. You look taller and bigger in white, he says.
Well, that I agree, because I kind of look better in this jacket that's white. So I totally agree. White jerseys look good.
So it looks like they're trying to fix the play clock here.
Play clock will be set at 2:01.
So it'll be 2 minutes and 1 second. So 2:01 to go here in the first quarter. Second
Still
and
have
goal.
to go. Still have to go. Binion. There he goes.
Toss to Binion. Met at the line of scrimmage again. The Satellites are doing a very good job. Once it gets down near their end zone, they are standing up here.
That's number 53, Cole Freeman. Senior. Another senior, Mitch, stepping up in this defensive line. That was a great stop by that senior, making sure that Culver, they don't score again over here. Or I wouldn't say again. They don't put it in like last time.
Yeah. Minute 20 to go here in the first. 3rd and goal. The Cavs need something here. From shotgun, quarterback keep up the middle. It's Jonas McEwen spinning around, trying to push himself forward.
You got it.
And it is a Cavalier touchdown. They trusted Jonas McEwen to get the 6 points, and they put the first points on the board tonight as they lead their rival, the South Central Satellites, in Sectional 41.
I'm liking it, Mitch. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Culver. Really mixing it up with Jonas and Binion and David Hyde in there. That was a good offensive run by these Cavaliers. That was tough to stop for South Central. They did their best trying to stop that run.
Going for 2 are the Cavs. From shotgun, Jonas McEwen rolls out to the left, fires, has David Hyde for the 2-point conversion. 8-0, the Cavs lead.
Beautiful play. Beautiful slant route. It looked like something you would run on college football 2-5, Mitch. That was a beautiful, beautiful route ran there and a beautiful throw. Again, overall, that whole run there, the offensive side for Culver looked beautiful. And we'll see if that momentum continues on the defensive end, which it should.
Sideline Automotive is a hometown proud auto care shop. Recently voted Stark County's best for tires and oil changes. Call Joe today at 574-249-5537. L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication and recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. Local Union USW 9551 is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They believe in the future of these young adults and wish them luck as they take on their opponents this season. 8-0, the Culver Cavaliers lead. They were able to put points on the board first last week, but they weren't able to get the 2-point conversion. So we fast forward 7 days, they do get the 2-point conversion. So they are turning things around. They put last week in the rear view, Jay, and I think the Cavs have the energy right now.
As they should. I mean, again, like that possession there looked absolutely awesome for Culver. Good, confident possession for them. And what is key and what Coach Austin talked about is when you get it to the end zone or when you get it to the red zone, you take care of the football. And that was something that hurt them last week, Mitch. So for them, we still got 3 quarters left to go with 1:13 in this quarter. So there's still time. But, I mean, that was a good confident booster for these Cavaliers.
Height will kick this one away, and it is returned at the 25 by Carter Holmquist. He gets all the way to the 37 where the Cavs bring him down. Kind of a short kick there.
It was, and it looked like he kind of lost it, fumbled it, but regained possession of it. But still South Central's ball, Mitch.
We'll start to get score updates from our area schools. Something interesting about this sectional 41 matchup is several of our area teams are in it. The West Central Trojans, the Culver Cavaliers, the South Central Satellites, and the North Judson Sampier Blue Jays, all in this sectional 41. The winner of this game would most likely face North Judson Sampier if they take care of business against South Newton like they should. First play of this second drive for the Satellites. Deep pass play down the left sideline to Carter Holmquist. David Height was on him. He didn't allow him to get it, so it is incomplete. Home run ball.
That was almost South Central's. I'm sorry, that was almost Culver's ball, Mitch. I mean, if that wide receiver didn't jump in, follow the ball, and that would have been a pick for Culver.
Stops the clock at literally 59.8 seconds. It'll be 2nd and 10, ball on their own 38-yard line. 8-0, the Culver Cavs lead the South Central Satellites in round 1 of sectional 41. Out of the gun, it's Stroud, takes the snap, quarterback keep up the middle. Crosses the 40 to the 43, maybe the 42. Bringing up 3rd down. That clock continues to roll under 50 seconds.
Yeah, might have got 2 or 3 on that little QB draw there. Yep, looks like they got him 3.
Mitch Columbi, along with sports analyst Justin Ruff, who is down on the sidelines. A lot of our listeners may be wondering where Chris is at. It's just been that kind of week. He is dealing with someone that has passed very close to him. The viewing was tonight, so that's why Chris is not here. Our thoughts and prayers are with him as well. As the next play is a quarterback keep up the middle by Clayton Stroud. Crosses the 50 all the way to the 49 in Cavalier territory. He moves the chains for a Satellite first down. And I think that will be the end of the first quarter. 8-0. The Culver Cavaliers lead the South Central Satellites here in round 1 of sectional 41. Back after this.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
This is Austin Faust, head coach of the Culver Cavaliers. Stay tuned for more Cavalier football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, WKVI.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. We go to the second quarter. Mitch Columbi along with sideline sports analyst Justin Ruff. 8-0. The Culver Cavaliers lead their rival, the South Central Satellites, here in round 1 of sectional 41. They flip sides. Going left on your radio dial are the South Central Satellites now. It's Stroud out of the gun, takes the snap, steps back, fires immediately. It's Brad Bashinsky to the near sideline, pushed out of bounds at the 41. Quick work there by the Satellites, Jay.
Just a beautiful route there. And again, this quarterback's looking good. And I believe me, I'm not a lefty myself, but I do like just overall how they just the way they throw and the way they move, especially in basketball too. He's always putting the scout report lefty, and he's a good, confident left-hand passer really right now. So far, he's doing good this game.
Next play, 2nd and 1 from shotgun. It's Stroud. As it has been all night. Takes the snap, hands off to Shively. Ooh, nice juke move. Crosses the 40 to the 35, all the way to the 31-yard line. A flag flies in. We'll see.
Might be on Culver here.
Yeah. One guy we kept an eye on last week, Justin, was number 1 for the Cavs, Theron Carrington. I mean, this guy is the Energizer Bunny. the smallest guy on the D-line, and yet he still finds a way to get in there. Very strong. And one thing we mentioned last week is he is hearing impaired, so he actually has to look to the near sideline. You may see his mother here. She actually sign languages everything to him so that he knows what he needs to do, as well as the head coaches or the coaching staff as well. They have their plays set by hand motion, so everyone knows exactly what they need to do. It's really impressive to go to practice and see the Theron Carrington and his mom, how they have to communicate, and the coaches will speak. She sign languages everything to him so he knows what's going on, and yet here he is, one of the Energizer Bunnies, one of the most important people on the defensive line for the Cavs. Second and long.
That's awesome stuff.
Yeah, it is. Second and long for the Satellites. After the assessed penalty, they push it back in Satellite territory at the 44-yard line. It'll be Clayton Stroud out of the gun, and now we hear whistles.
Looks like the 25-second clock here. Yep, now it's going.
So Stroud from shotgun, Shively offset to his right. While we saw Rylan Rondo take the majority of the snaps last week, it's now the senior Clayton Stroud. Takes the snap, steps back, fires over the middle. Oh. It's intercepted by the Cavs. Wow. Number 46, Tony Summers.
Number 46, Tony Summers. Just a little bit high for that wide receiver there. Couldn't jump high enough, and it just went over him and right into the hands of Culver. Man, you just feel the momentum for them right now.
Yeah, so the Cavs will have it on their own 35-yard line. What a turn of events quickly by the Cavs. And they will trot up to the line of scrimmage. They lead 8-0 over their rival, the South Central Satellites. The last several years, these two teams have always faced off each other, not only in the regular season, but also in the postseason. As here's a run up the middle by Ethan Binion, nothing going, as number 76 of the South Central Satellites, Braden Lautenbach, the senior, 6'3", 240, gets in there and wraps Binion up.
We'll see how this South Central defense, Mitch, how they answer after that. Because this is a very big possession here when it comes to this defense, because if Culver scores, even more momentum will be on that side. So, you know, with South Central, you just got to buckle down and make it stop here big time.
From shotgun, it's Jonas McEwen on 2nd and 9. Here comes Anthony Remkus. He has to get rid of it, and he overthrows David Height. Anthony Remkus, the nose, just broke through there. And he really rushed Jonas McEwen. You know, Anthony Remkus being the nose, he is a big kid, 5'10", 330. 330 pounds coming at you. I think you'd be a little nervous, wouldn't you, Jay?
Just a little bit. I mean, he's, you know.
Just a little bit?
I'm being generous.
You're being generous.
I'm not a big individual. So.
And a timeout is taken by the Cavs here. You were the point guard, weren't you, in basketball?
Right, and I didn't play football, so I think that's the answer there. I was scared of big boys.
You never played in the post, huh, with us? You ever got down in the post, got down and dirty, huh?
Oh, man. But, you know, ironically enough, I did, and as a coach, man, I was the post player coach, and I love to get a pad and just really beat them up. It was one of my joys.
Well, basketball season right around the corner. Guys like Justin and I are licking our chops, waiting for our first game of the season, as today's game is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winamac, serving Pulaski County for 44 years. Call 574-946-6894. Ask for Howard or Dean. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and being part of this wonderful tradition. Tonight's game is also sponsored in part by McGrath Refrigeration, a family-owned business since 1967, and your local Armstrong Air dealer. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs at 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right. 3rd and 9 for the Cavs. The Satellites D is staying strong here. Ball on the Cavs' 36-yard line. McEwen takes the snap. Oh, here they come. He gets rid of it. Deep pass play.
Oh, my gosh, he caught it.
He caught it on the far sideline, double covered by Carter Holmquist and number 28, Trenton Martin. Somehow, was that David Height?
That was, oh man.
Was
Mitch,
that
I could have reached my hand out there and caught it. That was Caleb McEwen.
Oh, Caleb McEwen.
That was Caleb.
McEwen to McEwen connection. The identical twins had that sixth sense on that play, and Caleb was able to bring it down. It's now in satellite territory. Ball spotted on the 44-yard line. 10:20 to go here in the second quarter. 8-0, the Cavs lead. 1st and 10. McEwen takes the snap. Pitch to Braylon Jackson. He crosses the 45, the 40. Flag flies.
And now on that last play, Mitch, for a second, I thought it was going to be intercepted.
I did too. I thought that it was close.
It was very close. But McCowan, man, he did a great job putting his hands out there, grabbing that bad boy, and then not only doing that, Mitch, but putting it to his chest and catching it when he's falling down.
Yeah, to have the presence of mind to secure it. Not just to bring it in, but to know, hey, I'm going to be hitting the ground hard here. I need to hold on tight. And I would go as far as to say the Cavs are playing inspired tonight.
They are, but that looks like there's a flag on Culver. I don't know what for. I missed that.
Yeah, they pushed it back to the 46, so they will assess the penalty on the Cavs. 1st and long. Hands off. This is David Height. Sweep to the near sideline. He gets to the near hash, still on his feet. 7 satellites had to come over to help bring him down. And Brad Bashinsky comes up a little hobbled. He's able to get up under his own power. They'll spot it at the 47. So this...
I'm sorry, Mitch.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
seeing some fight in both of these teams
Yeah.
right now, which I absolutely love. This defense, South Central, they're not, they gave up that long play there, but they're not laying down.
From the near hash, twins to the right. McEwen takes the snap, fires to Tony Summers, crosses the 50, now to the 45, and he's wrapped up at the 44, pushed out of bounds by number 61 of the South Central Satellites. That is Cooper Nealon, the freshman. So this will be
third down, Mitch.
Yeah. And Rimkus, the nose, will come back in on this next play. Number 71, Nevin Beagle, will come out. McEwen gets the call from head coach Austin Faust. He trots to the huddle and breaks it after the play. Here they come to the line of scrimmage.
Expect something up in the air, Mitch. Similar to what we saw their last third down over here. Right in
From the
front of
near
me.
hash, McEwen fires to Summers. Same play. Wrapped up. The Satellites are reading that well. That is a play I saw them practice a lot this past Wednesday. They have been expecting and anticipating that play right there. It will stop the Cavs bringing up 4th down. They're going to have to punt away.
You know what? Looks like they're keeping it,
wow.
Mitch.
So they are going to go for it. On 4th and 8, yeah, might as well. 4-down territory.
Mitch, we saw it over here with Buzz doing the same thing.
Yeah. Little tit,
on their end.
Yeah, a little tit
this
for
is
tat.
sectional time, baby.
Yeah, tit for tat here. Out of the gun, 4th and 8. McEwen takes a snap, steps back, fires, has David Hyde at the 25 to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Cavs! David Hyde!
Beautiful. I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful throw, and Height did a great job of slanting in the middle, Mitch. But what I saw out of that was he had a guy coming from the kind of the opposite direction of South Central Satellite, and number 7, Braylon Jackson, had a beautiful block.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yes.
And kind of opened it up for Height a little bit more. And now it's just a little thing. I guarantee Coach Austin will look at this as well and pat that boy on the back because that was a good block by the freshman.
Well, you saw how fast Height is. Talk about point guards, Jay. He's the point guard for the Cavs, and he showed his wheels there as they're going for 2. It's a toss out to Binion. Here he comes to the far sideline, and he will get the 2-point conversion. Trenton Martin was after him, but not in time, and it will make it 16-0. The Culver Cavaliers lead their rival, the South Central Satellites.
We thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Finally, Culver's Portside Marina is part of this broadcast. They can make sure your boat is ready for the winter. If you need help storing or winterizing your watercraft, contact Culver's Portside Marina at 574-842-5000. We appreciate their support toward helping continue this wonderful tradition. Hey, every morning join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central. Catch local news as well for our area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting News Director Anita Gooden, who covers news on WYMR and WKVI. Catch our stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. Some score updates coming in. The Knox Redskins are trailing right now. Knox muffed the opening kickoff. River Forest recovered. They were the ones that kicked off, Jay. River Forest scores first. The extra point was blocked, and they lead the Knox Redskins 6-0 with 8:42 left in the first quarter. Another score update, the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays, they are able to get points on the board first. It looks like South Newton fumbled. The Jays recovered on the 7. It was a 3-yard touchdown run by Benson. The PAT was no good. 10 minutes or 11 minutes to go in the first. Back in our game, it's a squib up the middle. The Satellites recover it. They get it to the 33, and that's where they will start this next drive.
I also have a score update for the Winamac Warriors match. They're down 6-21 now.
Oh, man.
At halftime.
So the Warriors trailing 21-6 at halftime already?
Halftime already.
Jeez.
Goodness.
And they are taking on Taylor. Didn't know much about Taylor coming into tonight for the Winamac Warriors, but they are hosting that sectional matchup. We hope they can turn things around in the second half, but back in our game, 1st and 10.
Ooh.
Ball on their own 32, and they draw number 72. Blake Milam, the sophomore, offsides. They are using that hard count, and it's working.
I mean, I don't know if Brayton is in drama or he wants to be an actor, because that was a good little fake, man. He even did like the little head shoulder thing, kind of like with his mouth, like, you know, and he was loud about it. That was beautiful. And he did it again.
He almost did it again.
They didn't
call it. Hand off to Shively, and he will be tackled to the 40-yard line. Yeah, that they are getting him off sides. That's something the Satellites may want to keep in their back pocket and use at a very integral moment.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you got to keep that in your back pocket, especially, I guarantee the quarterback knows that as well. Brayden, like, hey, I can use this bad boy. Be ready for maybe a throw here, Mitch.
Yeah, second down, 3 yards to go. Ball on the Satellites 39. Stroud out of the gun. Takes the snap.
Oh, he's running.
Keeps it himself. And he's tackled at the 38-yard line. Not much going. It brings up 3rd down. I see number 6. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that was your boy, number 1 again, man.
Yeah.
Man, he's a little firecracker.
Isn't he, though?
Holy cow.
Yeah, check out his arms, dude. He is ripped. He is ripped.
That was just a beautiful defensive play. Just grabbed the quarterback by his jersey again and just ripped him down.
I mean, you can tell he puts work in the gym. Strong
As
kid.
he should.
3rd and 5. Steps back, fires, has Carter Holmquist at the 45. Breaks the tackle to the 50, the 45, and he's tackled by number 20, Ethan Binion. Nice little stiff arm on David Height to create space and get even farther. Now they're in Cavalier territory. They'll spot it on the 41-yard line. So when push comes to shove, the Satellites get the 1st down.
That was a well-designed play. I mean, it was an easy play for them to run, but it was just very simple but effective play, especially by the wide receiver. He realized no one was close to him. He used his big boy speed, and he got that 1st down. Love it.
So, next play. 1st and 10. Ball on the Cavs 41. Almost drew him off sides again. Hand off to Shively up the right side. I don't think the officials saw it.
He got him again, Mitch. He got him
He
again,
did.
but the flags are staying in the pockets right now. That's like maybe 3 now that I've counted that they didn't call, that they could have easily called.
Another score update, a 7-yard touchdown pass from Josiah McDaniel to Xander Nowak. The penalty kick is no good, so now the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays lead South Newton 13-0 with 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. That is happening between the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays and the South Newton Rebels. Game's underway. We've heard updates from Winnemac. They trail 21-6 at half, correct, Jay?
That's correct.
And then the Knox Redskins trail 6-0 against River Forest on that Knox muffed opening kickoff. As back in our game, Stroud fires at the near sideline. He had Carter Holmquist on 2nd and 10. No good. Brings up 3rd down.
Pretty much, Mitch, the same play that they ran before, that they were effective at that good little run or good catch and run that they had earlier in the first stage. This time it just bounced right off his arms there. But that last possession as well before was South Central got called for the offsides. So it's both teams jumpy right here in the first half, Mitch.
3rd and 10, ball on the 41-yard line in Cavalier territory. Stroud takes the snap, steps back, pump fake, gets his man. It's Cameron Schultz. The pump fake worked. He's tackled near the 18-yard line. A big-time pass play the Satellites have been waiting on.
We got a flag on the ground, Mitch.
It may be coming back. We'll see.
Flag on the play.
But, man, that pump fake got me jumping.
Yeah.
That was – I saw you jump a little bit up there, too. She got us both. Man.
You know, that's something that I'll never forget about Tony. Tony the Boss Ross, of course, is who I'm talking about. Is he stood the entire game. When we did a football game together, he stood the entire game in his energy and enthusiasm. That's something that, you know, I'm trying to take on myself and learning from some of the best. And Tony Ross was definitely one of the best, just giving it his all. 1st and 10, ball on the 17, out of the gun. It's Stroud, quarterback keep up the far sideline, oh my gosh, sweeps through somehow all the way. Where's he spotted there?
Looks like maybe the 6 or 7, Mitch.
It's on the far side of the field. It'll be the far hash.
7.
So it is a first down run, and it'll be 1st and goal here.
Mitch, but going back to Tony, how in the heck did he stand up that whole time? My hips hurt right now.
It's just the energy, you know. He was in the game, man. He was in the game.
Good for him.
He was in the game.
Like you said, one of the best.
One of the best, if not the best.
Mm-hmm.
1st and goal.
Another throw.
Steps back, looks to throw, finds Brad Bashinsky, splits the defenders, and he's going to get the touchdown. Touchdown, Satellites.
That was beautiful, Mitch. Again, kind of going what they've been doing these last few possessions, going to the left side, his good arm, his good throwing side. That was a well-designed play again, and something that these Satellites, Mitch, really had to do on this possession before halftime. We still got 4 minutes left in this quarter, and it looks like they're going for 2 here, which I think is important as well.
That's exactly what we saw last week. Both teams went for 2 each time, as here we go from shotgun. It's Clayton Stroud. Takes the snap. Quarterback keep up the middle.
He's in.
Is he in? He's in.
Yep.
He gets the 2-point conversion. Clayton Stroud will make it 16-8. They trail by 8 with 4 minutes to go here in the first half. We have got a great rivalry matchup here for round 1 of Sectional 41, as Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. We appreciate them and their support toward helping continue this tradition. Tonight's game is also brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We certainly thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local, high school sports. LAP Waste is a woman-owned waste management company. Quick, reliable next-day delivery service for dumpsters and containers. Get rid of your waste as easily and efficiently as possible. Call them at 574-542-4019 and waste less with LAP Waste. Keener Construction is proud to be a Knox Redskin alum. They are excited to witness the Redskins take the field each week this season. Call Chad Keen at Keener Construction today for all your construction needs at 574-806-1387. And finally, Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local high school sports and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home in Stark County. Call them today at 574-896-2567. 16-8 here, Justin. Satellite set to kick. The Cavs have plenty of time here to put more points on the board, though.
Oh, absolutely. And again, like I said, South Central had a good possession there. And that last play, Mitch, the quarterback, Clayton, he did a great job. Little quarterback throwing.
Oh, big-time return by Tony Summers. Crosses the 50 to the 40, now to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Tony Summers. The Cavs answer on the next play.
They don't need that 4 minutes, Mitch. You said they had plenty of time. Heck, man. What a great run. And again, Mitch, that was blocking too. That wasn't just him going out there and just running. I saw some like 2 or 3 blocks right there that opened the seams. I mean, and that's this whole half Culver has been doing that, these effective blocks that are making these runners look like stars, man.
Well, the touchdown saving tackle was all that the Satellites had left near the 10-yard line, and he almost tripped Tony Summers, but he was able to keep his knees high knees. That's why we do the high knee drill, Jay.
High knee. It makes sense. It makes sense, bitch.
So
coaches are smart sometimes.
Going for 2, toss out the Binion, trying to get around the edge, and he will. 2 Satellites almost had him. Brad Bashinsky and Dylan Shively, but no. 2-point conversion is good. 24-8, the Cavs lead.
He could have probably done a little moonwalk. I mean, he had 2 that just kind of fell down, and then he just kind of stopped before he got in.
And you see Theron Carrington near sideline, jumping up and down, pumping up Cav Nation. His energy is infectious.
It's fantastic. I love it as a coach. I love it as a fan, really. But what's going to be awesome to see, Mitch, is now how South Central answers here.
Yes.
With 3 minutes and 42 seconds left. Still plenty of time.
Yeah.
And again, this is very important to keep this a one-possession ball game.
And something that's interesting is last week the Cavs had 2 two-point conversions stopped by the Satellites. This week so far, all 3 touchdowns have resulted in all 3 of them getting the 2-point conversion. I think that might have been something the Cavs said throughout practice this week. Hey, if we get a touchdown and we're going for 2, we have got to get it.
Oh, absolutely. It's an important thing. And you can tell that both these coaches have focused on that to their teams. This is a good ball game.
This is a great ball game.
This is both teams, again, have energy, enthusiasm. You can tell, even though, like I said, the records don't matter at all, and you can tell that these players don't give a crap about records right now.
Yeah,
they're
out
giving
the
their
window.
all.
Out the window is David Height set to kick. Onside kick. The Cavs pounce on it. They say they have it. We'll wait for the officials. He kicked it on the 40 near hash. Oh, they're saying it's satellite football. Wow. They're changing their mind. It is Cavalier football. David Height flips the script. We saw it last week. They did the onside kick. It didn't go a full 10 yards. This week, it goes literally from the 40 to right at the 50. The Satellites were hesitant to touch it, Justin. They didn't want to touch it. They weren't sure.
Oh, man. Dude, I'll tell you what, these coaches came to play as well. What a very good call to do that, Mitch.
He did it perfectly.
I know I'm a loud individual, but I think Coach Austin heard me say, hey, this possession is very important for South Central. In these 3 minutes, he's like, no, thank you. I want the ball. Let's get it.
Exactly. Wow.
Goodness.
So the Cavs have the ball again.
First and 10, ball smack dab in the middle at the 40-yard line. Near hash, takes the snap, hands off to Binion. Oh my gosh, went up the middle, cuts back to the near sideline all the way to the 44. What a great idea, changing direction. I mean, to have the presence of mind to do that.
I mean, he's played this game before, right, Mitch? He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's a senior. You know, the jersey number. No, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, the changing of the jersey number. He's got a different jersey on there. Heck, man, he looks good in that 2-0.
Yeah, he
does. Certainly does.
He does.
And
might want to keep it.
You know. Yeah, but that was a great, smart senior move going the other direction. You're right, Mitch.
2nd and 4, McEwen, toss out. This is Binion again, crosses the 45 to the 40. Knocked out of bounds at the 38, 39-yard line. And it looks like the Blue Jays score update, score again. 3-yard touchdown by Benson. Brock Benson, the PAT is no good. It looks like the Blue Jays are trying to practice their kicking abilities tonight against South Newton. They can't get it to go third time in a row. It's 19-0, though. They lead with 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Also, score update, the Knox Redskins get on the board as Jake Conroy punches one in. Miles McLaughlin gets the 2-point conversion. The Knox Redskins now lead River Forest 8-6 with 3:20 left in the first quarter. And now back in our game, we've got a timeout by the Cavs. They burn their second of 3. As Sideline Automotive is a hometown proud auto care shop, recently voted Stark County's best for tires and oil changes. Call Joe today at 574-249-5537. L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication and recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. Well, we knew we were in for some excitement tonight. I didn't see the onside kick happening after a return, after a kickoff return touchdown, but the Cavs say, hey, last week was a fluke. We're trying to let everybody know here we should have won last week. We want to win tonight as well.
And they're proving it right now in this first half, Mitch. I mean, they're being aggressive. Not only is their team aggressive right now at this point in the first half, but their coaching staff is aggressive right now. They're making big boy calls like that and really standing up and saying, hey, we want the football as much as possible and control that clock. And that's what they're doing right now, Mitch.
So back in action, 1st and 10. Ball on the Satellites 39. Takes a snap, spins out of it. Deep pass play to his brother, Caleb McEwen. And it's incomplete. Rylan Rondo was all over him, and now we have a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
Flag on the play.
It looks like holding on Culver.
So the Cavs hold. They will push this back to the 49-yard line.
Going back to 1 and 20, but still plenty of time, Mitch. I mean, we got 2:42 left. Still plenty of time to make big boy plays here. Yeah.
Remember last week, between these two teams, the third quarter was scoreless. Back in action. McEwen takes the snap. He gets back to the line of scrimmage on a quarterback keep. Nothing going. Big-time tackle by the Satellites there. That is number 76. Braden Lautenbach, the senior, 6'3", 240.
Just the physicalness of this game. I'm not going to say I'm kind of shocked or anything, Mitch, but it's kind of impressive. Just both teams, not only Culver, but South Central. I mean, this is a physical ball game.
Next play, 2nd and long, ball on the 50-yard line. McEwen takes the snap. He throws out to the far sideline. It's Ethan Binion who gets pushed out of bounds just shy of the first down marker at about the 42-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down here, maybe 3rd and 12.
They do like that play, Mitch. Just a little pass to Binion there, your halfback, senior leader. And each time they've ran it, they've got a good chunk of yardage out of it. So that's not the last time we see that play.
Yeah. So third down, ball on the Satellites 41. The defense for the Satellites is holding strong here. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Takes the snap, hands off, jet sweep to the near sideline. It's David Height, breaks one. No, Rylan Rondo comes in there and tackles him in the backfield.
I see you, Rondo.
Yeah, he's going to lose a couple of yards, and you better believe Rylan Rondo's bringing everything he's got tonight.
I mean, that was a beautiful attack the ankles, grab those bad boys, and yank them down. Because if beyond Rondo, like he had a good open of the sea there.
Yeah.
Mitch. He could have got something out of that. But Rondo said, no. Not tonight.
It looks like the Cavs will burn their third and final timeout of this first half as local union USW 9551 is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They believe in the future of these young adults and wish them luck as they take on their opponents this season. 1:45 to go here in the first half, 24-8. The Cavs lead their rival, the South Central Satellites, here in round one of Sectional 41. We also have another score update. No, same score. It's just the end of the first quarter. The Redskins lead River Forest 8-6. We're trying to track a score update down from the West Central Trojans. We're working on that. The Winamac Warriors' last score update we had was 26-1 at half. They trailed Taylor. And then the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays taking care of business. They go for a 2-point conversion on this next touchdown. Looks like they now lead 27-0. It was an 18-yard touchdown pass from Josiah McDaniel to Trey McGowan. And Cole Wilcox gets that 2-point conversion to go with 3:43 to go in the first quarter. They lead 27-0. And here's a big-time pass play back in our game. David Hyde up the middle to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Cavs! David Hyde!
Wow. Mitch, did that play look familiar to you?
Yep. What did I talk about
Same
last
play.
week? Right up the seam, baby.
That was the exact same play they scored last possession. Little slant option by David Height, little block from the freshman again, and then they see the end zone. What a big-time play. What a big-time half for this Culver Cavalier team.
Putting their foot down. You remember the end of the score last week was 30-22. The Satellites won. Now the Cavs next week here tonight, they lead 30-8 as they're going for 2. Jonas McEwen from shotgun takes the snap, rolls to the near sideline, gets rid of it, batted out of the air by number 53 of the Satellites. That's Cole Freeman, the senior. So there is the first no good on the 2-point conversion for the Cavs, but they lead 30-8, making a statement. Might be also saying, hey, last week was a fluke. We're coming for you tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
We remind you to stop by Papa Farm Pizza after the game for fresh ingredients that separates their pizza from many others. That's Papa Farm Pizza, downtown Knox. Call 574-772-5888 to place your order now or online. Big-time shout-out to our general manager, Lenny Dessauer, helping us hold the fort down this week. It's just been a very hard week for Kankakee Valley Broadcasting. My heart goes out to Lenny Dessauer. He has been on the phone with all of us, making sure that we are where we need to be. We are doing what we should do through this tough time. We talked with Lenny Dessauer on Max 98.3 FM this past Tuesday morning. During the morning show, we talked a lot about Tony the Boss Ross and our memories with him. But something that Lenny had mentioned, this isn't the first time he's had to deal with this. For the WKVI listeners, we remember the late, great Tom Berg. That was something that Lenny Dessauer had to deal with several years ago, going on the morning show. Not something you want to become good at, but for my perspective, thank you to Lenny Dessauer. He has just been so professional this week as we remember Tony the Boss Ross. Back in our game, squib kick all the way to the 20, and it goes out of bounds. They don't want to allow the Satellites to return anything tonight.
No, they absolutely not. And again, that is going back to what I said, Mitch, with the coaching staff being aggressive and the strategy coming out into this game, Mitch. Like you said multiple times, they want to prove that last week was an oopsie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That it was
exactly.
a fluke city, and they're proving that tonight.
30-8.
Listen,
Say
sorry,
again.
Mitch.
No, go ahead. Don't be sorry.
I'm kind of again. Now I'm going to say shocked, but I'm very impressed what I see right now of this Cavalier team. Good showing.
1st and 10, ball on their own 35-yard line. Clayton Strauss steps back, moves up into the pocket, and he overthrows his intended target, number 60 for the Cavs. That's Drake Zorich. No good there.
Right now, Culver is doing some quarterback hunting. They know it's
coming after him.
128 left. Absolutely, 128, and they know South Central is going to be throwing it more than running it. So they have 2 or 3 guys attacking the quarterback, number 18.
2nd and 10. Stroud gets the call. Twins to the right. From the near hash, takes a snap out of the gun, fires far side of the field. He's got his man. It's Brad Bashinsky, and he will run out of bounds near the first down marker. Might be a yard shy.
I think they're giving it to him.
So they are.
First down.
They will give the first down and move the chains for the Satellites. Ball spotted on the 45-yard line with 1:21 to go in the first half.
I mean, they can get this done in 121. And for them to do that, Mitch, is very – I think this is very important for them to do this. Just, again, we'd be down maybe still 3-2 touchdowns. But just for their confidence for South Central, it's going into halftime.
Next play, takes the snap, steps back, deep pass play near sideline to Brad Bashinsky. He's got it at the 30, and he's tackled at the 25. Huge pass play by the Satellites there.
Beautiful catch.
That was huge.
That was a beautiful catch. Again, another video game type of thing. That was
We're playing Madden out here, man.
Holy cow.
Is this not fun football? Are you not entertained?
Heck, man.
1 minute to go. The clock continues to roll. The Satellites are hurrying up here. From shotgun, it's Clayton Stroud. 1st and 10. Ball on the Cavs 25. Steps back, pump fake, fires. And he underthrew Carter Holmquist.
Yep.
Stops the clock at 50 seconds even. It'll be 2nd and 10 here.
Yeah, just too low of a pass there. It was a good pump fake to get the defense shifting a little bit. But heck, man, Mitch, if he would have just got that up a little bit higher, that would have been a good throw. But he would have been stuck right in the middle. The clock would have kept running.
Yeah.
So I think it's good that he didn't catch that.
Out of the gun, Strauss, 2nd and 10. Shively to his left, takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, has to move out of the pocket. Here come the Cavs after him. He's running for his life. Strauss gets rid of it, finds his man. It's Cameron Schultz, and it's out of bounds. Too little, too late. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 now. Clock stopped at 39.4 seconds to go.
It looked pretty close, Mitch. That looked pretty close. I'm sure that was a tough decision by the referee, but he had a better view than me. Unfortunately, shame on me. I should have been there.
Well, and you think about it, Justin, if the Satellites are able to score on this possession and get the 2-point conversion, it helps them going forward into the second half.
Oh, absolutely.
Stroud takes the snap, fires quickly to Carter Holmquist. It is complete, spun around, but it is not out of bounds. Oh, they are saying, a flag. David Height pushed him out of bounds. It stops the clock at 30.7 seconds.
On South Central, Mitch.
Oh, it's on South Central, so this will bring it back. Holding is called. Not what you wanted to have happen if you are South Central.
Yeah, that's tough. That's just kind of stopped the momentum a little bit. I mean, they were, with that catch, if that would have counted, Mitch, that would have been inside the 20.
Right.
30 seconds left. Got a couple timeouts. but now they're outside the 30.
From the near hash. 3rd and long. And now we have a timeout on the field as Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Expressway. Collins Insurance is part of the broadcast, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me to tell you, call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. Our thoughts and prayers are definitely with Jim Collins, one of Tony's personal best friends. Jim Collins of Collins Insurance, we know you are hurting this week. We are hurting with you. We appreciate everything that you do for us in terms of sponsorship and supporting local high school sports. This week just didn't go the way we had hoped, and our thoughts and prayers are with you, Jim. But, man, back in this game, 32 seconds to go here in the first half. The Cavs lead 32-8. Score update, Justin, surprising. River Forest scores again with 10 minutes to go in the first half. They lead the Knox Redskins 13-8. And then And then the North Judson St. Blue Jays are able to intercept a South Newton pass for a pick-6 touchdown. They lead now, no good on the kick, but they lead South Newton 33-0. Back in our game. 3rd and 20, out of the gun. It's Stroud, takes the snap, steps back. Here come the Cavs. He's going to have to roll out to it. To the near sideline, gets rid of it at the last second. It's Carter Holmquist. He caught it, and then he stepped out of bounds near the 20-yard line.
That was a good little eye by that referee, because he did it so quickly. Stepped out like maybe a barely little toe, stepped out on the white line, but the referee jumped right on that. We got 24 seconds left, Mitch, and we're back just a little bit outside the 20.
So 24.3 seconds to go here in the first half. Bryn Barrett's up here in the booth, our Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week. We invite you to join us tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line to hear her interview along with her seniors on the team as they are sectional champions. We salute them tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line. Next play throws out to number 46 of the South Central Satellites, Landon Clifford. No good. It brings up 4th down. The pressure was there, Jay.
Absolutely. Hey, she can play some volleyball up there.
She can play volleyball, can't she?
She's a pretty good ball, and she's a hooper too. I remember that name.
Oh yeah.
Well, good for her. Well, good luck tomorrow, right?
Yeah, good luck to her tomorrow and the rest of the team as we get all of you ready and excited tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line, where we salute them for becoming sectional champions for the first time since 2011. We'll talk with all of the seniors on that volleyball team, and then, of course, we talk with Bryn Barrett at the beginning of the second hour for that Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week. It was a turnover on downs. My apologies. That was 4th down. The Cavs will kneel it on the 32, and that will be the end of the first half. The Culver Cavaliers flip the script this week and take it to their rival, the South Central Satellites, in the first half. 32-8 is the score. We're going to take a break and come back for the KVB halftime show. Myself along with sports analyst down on the sideline, it is Justin Ruff. Oh, you may be able to get a word maybe potentially. We'll see if he's able to catch up with Austin Faust here. Let's go ahead and send it down to Justin Ruff with head coach of the Culver Cavs, Austin Faust.
Hey, how's it going, Coach? What a freaking half that was. Your team looked aggressive. Not only your team, well, your coaching staff looks aggressive as well. How do you feel about that first half? What needs to happen to continue this momentum in the second half?
Yeah, we just got to sustain it. We for the most part played mistake-free football, and happy with our passing game, and we were able to get David Height loose on a couple here, and Bidion's running really hard, and defensively, we really haven't gave up a big play, right? They've got some nice catches and things, and we've kept everything in front, so we got to come out and get a stop right away.
Absolutely. Hey, appreciate it, Coach. Good luck.
That is our sideline reporter, sports analyst Justin Ruff, getting all the inside access. That was head coach of the Culver Cavs, Austin Faust. Very happy with his Cavs. They lead the South Central Satellites 30-8 in honor of Tony the Boss Ross. That's why we're here tonight. For him, we're taking a break. The KVB halftime show is coming your way. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years' experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas, average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op. One of our hometown businesses here in our area in Monterey, it's LAP Waste.
Being able to recycle is one of our main goals at LAP Waste. Being able to say that we only take about 8% of our trash to the dump is pretty impressive for us, and we hope to keep building on that.
We service an 80-mile circle from Monterey. If you have a small job, big job, or just have a one-time, we are here to make a difference in this area.
And that phone number, Kirby?
574-542-4019.
Is the score here in the KVB halftime show. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI and WYMR will always be there. I'm accompanied by, down on the sideline, our very own sideline reporter, sports analyst. It's Justin Ruff. Well, you glad you came tonight? That was a heck of a first half, man.
It absolutely was. I mean, that was fun. I'm actually, it doesn't feel like, what, a 3-possession ball game, Mitch?
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Maybe because it's just the excitement out of Culver. And I feel like, I mean, heck, they have 30 points on the board right now, Mitch. The last 4 weeks, they have scored 20 points or more. They haven't scored more than 26 points since week 1.
Wow.
So they have 30 right now.
Now that you say that, I had to rack my brain. You're exactly right. They are putting their foot down here, and they may be coming together at the right time.
I mean, absolutely. And Coach Austin, he knocked it on the head. They're taking care of the football. And that's what he told me. I talked to him off the air, and he said, if we could take care of the football, we look pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
And right now, he's not wrong, Mitch.
No.
They look pretty freaking good. And it's taking care of the football, being aggressive on the offensive end and defensively. They're making South Central make tough decisions and hard for them to move the football.
Well, it's 30-8 here in Culver. Beautiful Culver, I should say, as they lead their rival, the South Central Satellites. We look around our other area schools. The Knox Redskins, last update we had, were trailing River Forest, surprisingly, 13-8. The last score update I had was near the 10-minute mark in the first half. The the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays, Justin, they're running away with it. And we talked about it before on the air. You can tell that this Blue Jay team is on a mission. It's a 59-yard touchdown run by Cole Wilcox. The 2-point conversion is good by Josiah McDaniel. It's 49-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Did you hear me?
I think so.
It's 49-0 at the end of the first quarter. The North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays are putting their foot down here in the first round of Sectional 41, the same sectional that we are broadcasting here for the Cavs and the Satellites. I'm getting score updates from two big-time Blue Jay fans, Chris Madsen and also Robert Worsler. Robert said, "Touchdown Blue Jays, I can't keep up. It's just too much going on." He sent me a GIF of Ric Flair. Woo! The Blue Jays are just pulling away. Shout out to Chris Madsen and Robert Worsler, longtime Blue Jay fans. Man, I appreciate you guys getting me updates. And then also we finally got an update from the West Central Trojans. Shout out to Brad Odom. We're going to be talking to him quite a bit here in the winter as he is the head boys basketball coach for the Trojans. They are trailing LaVille 35-6, nearing the end of the third. So we knew the Trojans didn't get the best draw out of this sectional. Of course, it could have been worse. It could have been North Judson, but they did get the next best team that we kind of have been looking at throughout the season, and that's the LaVille Lancers, and that's who they're playing tonight. Is LaVille, and they trail 35-6. And then do we have any update for the Winamac Warriors quite yet, Justin? The last we had was 21-6 at half. The Warriors were trailing Taylor.
Yeah, and I just got an update just like 5 seconds before you asked me.
Perfect.
It is the same score, 21-6. Winamac losing, and it just completed the third quarter, so they're entering the fourth quarter there in Winamac.
Well, and it's not too late. The Warriors have plenty of time. They have a full fourth quarter to make things happen. And you would agree with me. We've seen the Warriors a couple of times this year. They can make things happen quickly, Justin. Just because things aren't going their way now, with a full quarter to go, they could turn something around here.
Absolutely. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, the momentum is their home field. They can get something good going on, get their crowd engaged with them. Good things can happen there in Winamac. So, I mean, I really like the Tirson Walford. If they can really give it him and have him work against Taylor. I'm kind of like with you. I don't really know much about Taylor.
Yeah.
Shame on me. But, we're going to see what Winamac is made of this fourth quarter.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep our eye on all of our area teams, but in our game here in Culver, the Cavs lead the South Central Satellites 30-8 here in the KVB halftime show. We are here tonight in honor of our very own, the late, great Tony the Boss Ross. Here on WKVI and on WYMR Max 98.3 FM, we invite you to flip back and forth as Rusty Nixon and Joe McKee are on the call for the Plymouth Rockies taking on Wawasee. Both Rusty and I talked this week. As I mentioned in the pregame, we had come together and decided, Tony would have been pretty mad with us, very upset with us if we weren't here tonight. So we had to continue this tradition. It's just been a terrible week for us and for all of us listening. I know in the community how much Tony the Boss Ross meant to you, and that's why we're here tonight in honor of the boss, as he would want us to promote these local high school kids. We're taking a break and coming back. The KVB halftime show continues. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This is Buzz Schoaf, head coach of the South Central Satellites. Stay tuned for more satellite football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Do you know what to do when you see a down power line? The answer is very simple. Stay far away. The folks at Kankakee Valley RAMC want you to know that down power lines can be very dangerous. Even if they come off the power pole, they still may be energized. Call 911 and wait for instructions from the fire department or power company. The folks at Kankakee Valley REMC want to keep you safe.
We thank the Starr County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Starr County Co-op. 30-8, the Culver Cavaliers lead their rival, the South Central Satellites, on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This is Austin Faust, head coach of the Culver Cavaliers. Stay tuned for more Cavalier football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
Sectional 41, round one. Here in Culver, Indiana, the Culver Cavs lead their rival, the South Central Satellites, 30-8. Mitch Columbia along with sideline sports analyst Justin Ruff bringing you all the access in this area on KVB's WKVI. Second half action, 3 minutes away. Let's check in with Justin on the sideline. Final moments of preparation. If you're the Satellites here, Justin, what are you focusing on?
I mean, heck, one possession at a time, really, Mitch. You know, focus on your offense. I mean, I feel like at times their throwing the ball, they look confident doing that. I think they will continue that, especially with their quarterback, the old lefty, throwing it. I feel like they're confident with that. So I feel like they're going to continue doing that. But really, defensively, they have a couple of guys that they need to shut down, and that's David Height and that's Binion. And if they shut those guys down, that will eliminate and get the score a little bit closer that they feel like it should be.
Well, and something that's also interesting, Justin, you know, last year the final game of our year was the Knox Redskins taking on Bishop Chatard in Indianapolis. We had Buzz Schoaf, head coach of the South Central Satellites, on the call with us, so you know Buzz very well. We see the Satellites entering the field. We'll see if Justin has a chance to catch a word with head coach Buzz Schoaf. Of course, he's trailing 30-8. Might be tough to catch that word, but we will await and see if Buzz will be gracious with his time as Justin is making his way to the far sideline. The Satellites are entering the field. We didn't mention this earlier, but they are in white jerseys with red trousers, and then the Cavs are in all black top to bottom with white trim. Both teams looking sharp. We mentioned earlier how head coach Buzz Schoaf likes the white jerseys. He said we look taller, we look bigger, and that's why we're wearing white tonight. And then their helmets are blue. Something head coach Buzz Schoaf had kind of mentioned to me was he'd like to get red helmets down the road. So we'll see what they're able to do, as it looks like. Let's go ahead and send it down to the sideline with Justin Ruff. It's head coach of the Satellites, Buzz Schoaf.
How's it going, Coach? They got 30-6 heading into this third quarter. What are your adjustments to your boys going into this second half?
Well, I mean, it comes down to, right, they got 3 big plays on us there. I mean, you eliminate those, and it's an 8-8 football game. You know, every time we start driving, we get a holding call or a legal chop block there that puts us behind the sticks, and now we're trying to gain it all back. So, you know, the game plan's good, but obviously now we're down 24, and we only got 24 minutes to make up for it. So, you know, we gotta do what we came here to do, and we just got to do it a little quicker than anticipated. So, you know, eliminate the big play and stop shooting ourselves in the foot on drives is the bottom line there.
Awesome, Coach. Good luck. Thank you.
Well, that is our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, down on the field with head coach Buzz Schoaf for the South Central Satellites. We have some stats here provided to us by Culver TV's Paul Dunn here. We're looking at some of the stats. It looks like David Hyde had a couple of rushes, -2 yards, but he had the big receiving touchdown. He's got 2 touchdowns on the night. David Hyde does through the air. 3 catches for 88 yards. Ethan Binion has 10 rushes for 133 yards. Jonas McEwen has rushed the ball twice for 2 yards. He has 1 rushing touchdown. He has 2 passing touchdowns. So far, Jonas is 7 for 11, 129 yards through the air. Tony Summers has 2 catches for 11 yards. We remember those couple of catches, as well as Caleb McEwen's catch for 22 yards. The 2 touchdowns go to David Height in the air, and then the third one, Jonas McEwen on the ground. A balanced attack for the Cavs there, Jay.
Absolutely. And Coach Buzz was right, man. If you take away those big throws to David Height, and we'll be looking at a completely different ball game right now. So that's a good point. If you take away those games, focus on taking away. I kind of mentioned that, Mitch. You take away David Height a little bit, and that will get the ball rolling when it comes to momentum and their confidence to chip away on the score.
Another score update from the West Central Trojan versus LaVille matchup. LaVille is kind of running away with it right now with 8:40 to go in the ball game. They lead our Trojans 41-6. When I say our, I mean WKVI's Trojans. Of course, LaVille would be WYMR's Lancers. We kind of split the area teams up that way. That's how we cover our area teams, and WYMR covers their area teams. It looks like WYMR is edging us 41-6 right now in that matchup. And then another score update from the looks like North Judson game. It's a 31-yard touchdown pass by the Rebels. They're able to get on the board. The PAT was blocked by the Blue Jays, but the score is 49-6 with 7:40 to go in the first half. And then the Knox Redskins, another score update. They score. They get the 2-point conversion. They go up 16-13 with 5 minutes left in the half. And then it looks like on defense, they get the ball back. Miles McLaughlin gets a one-handed interception. It is Knox ball with 3:30 left to go in the first half. Wow.
You have to add that one-handed interception.
Well, shout out.
Just close your eyes and picture that, Mitch.
Yeah, shout out to Nathan Welter. He's keeping me up to speed. Of course, Nathan, part of the KVB family for so long. He was the sports director at WKVI when I was here 10 years ago. I appreciate Nathan Welter and getting us that score update. Of course, he is the voice of the Redskins now. He does the public address announcing, and you've heard his voice before. Man, he makes it sound like an NFL or an NBA game whenever he is doing the public address duties. He does it first class, top notch. But a big-time game there for the Knox Redskins as, like I said, they lead River Forest 16-13 and now have the ball back off a one-handed interception by Miles McLaughlin. But back in our game here in Culver, Indiana, the Cavs lead the South Central Satellites 30-8. Fresh clock. The Satellites get the ball to start the second half, and that's kind of what we were talking about at the end of the second. If the Satellites were able to put points on the board and the 2-point conversion, it would have been 30-16. The Cavs didn't allow it, a turnover on downs. And now to start the third, it's a squib to the 25, picked up by Carter Holmquist to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. And he's brought down at the near hash at the 41-yard line, and that's where the Satellites will start this opening drive in the third quarter.
Okay, we're hearing right now, Mitch, we're hearing some South Central players kind of trying to pump up everybody here around them. So we'll see how they look on this drive here. I mean, again, this is an important drive. I know I've been saying that a lot.
No, it is.
But, I mean, it really is.
And if we remember anything from last week, the third quarter was scoreless. Both teams came out of the second half, and then there's the offsides. Hard count draws the Cavs again. They'll assess the penalty. But, yeah, Justin, last week, the third quarter was scoreless between these two teams. So whatever was said last week at halftime fired both teams up defensively. We'll see what happens in this third quarter this week. It's not very often you see the same team
within 7 days of each other. Even in basketball, you wouldn't see the same team in 7 days.
Right.
Next
It's
play.
definitely different.
It is. And Stroud takes the snap out of the gun, and he is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage by Theron Carrington and number 74, Logan Caudill. A flag flies late. They're calling it on the Cavs.
Might have been some unsportsmanship there. I'm not really. Yep. Got a little bit too excited on that tackle there.
So this will move the ball all the way to the Cavs side of the field at the 43-yard line. So the Satellites pick up something big there. It'll be 1st and 10. 11:42 to go in the third quarter. Satellites trying to put something together. They need it on this drive. Out of the gun, it's Clayton Stroud. He's got twins to the right. From the near hash, takes the snap, steps back, fires with his left hand. It's Brad Bashinsky, caught at the 40, now to the 40, 35 to the 30, and he's tackled at the 25-yard line. That's something we haven't mentioned yet tonight. Clayton Stroud, the South Central Satellites quarterback, is a lefty.
Yeah, and that's something I like about his game, Mitch. I've said it before. And that was just a good play there by the wide receiver, number 24, catching it. He actually had to go to it a little bit because it was a little bit light on the throw. And then it kind of took his momentum to run and get a couple yards after the catch. And again, they're heading towards the right direction, Mitch. 2 back-to-back plays, obviously the penalty by Culver. But that was a good momentum play with that throw there by South Central. Referees are talking about something.
Yeah, and I think I heard up here in a booth from the walkie-talkies, they're saying illegal man downfield. We'll see where they spot the ball after this now.
Oh, they're... Looks like they're keeping it.
They're keeping it there. So it'll stay on the 43-yard line in Cavalier territory. The Satellites have it. It's Clayton Stroud out of the gun with Dylan Shively offset to his left behind him.
Heck, that could have been a dinner discussion, too. That happens sometimes with referees.
Intercepted by Ethan Binion. He threw it right to him. He's coming back to the near side of the field to the 25, cuts back up to the 30, breaks 3 tackles, now to the 37, and that's where he's finally brought down. Another turnover for the Cavs.
Wow. That is not what you want to see if you're a Satellite fan right now or player. That just took all the momentum that they had in that little yards that they gained. And now it's tough right now for South Central.
We have our first final. No, go ahead.
No, I mean, that was just maybe a misread with the wide receiver. I mean, there wasn't really anybody close to Binion that caught it. I'm not really sure who that was directed to, that pass.
So back in action from the near hash, the Cavs have it. Jonas McEwen sets David Hyde in motion. Pitch up to David. Here he comes to the far side of the field. Crosses the 40 to the 45. Tackled at the 49. Rolls into the other side of the field. We'll see where they spot it. It'll probably be at the 49-yard line, maybe the 50, but it is enough to move the chains for a Cavs first down.
Again, Mitch, the blocking, man. The blocking is where it's at for Cavaliers. I mean, there's 2 or 3 wide receivers, smaller guys that really got in front of the defenders of the Satellites and blocked and made some room for the runner there. I mean, and that's not the first time that's happened tonight. They're doing a really good job of blocking this Cavalier team.
1st and 10, ball on the 50-yard line. Far hash takes the snap, hands off. It's Ethan Binion. Oh, man, he is feeling confident. He stiff arms the first tackle. That was 76, Braden Lautenbach. It took 2 and the second and the third tackle to finally bring him down. I think he will gain maybe 2 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 8 here.
He's hard to tackle.
Yeah.
He's hard to tackle.
I'd say he built up his confidence from last week.
Right.
No, go ahead.
And I was kind of trying to complete what you said earlier, that because I got it too. Paul Hedinger just gave me an update. West Central falls to LaVille 6-41.
Yep, 41-6. LaVille takes care of our Trojans. Unfortunately, their season comes to an end. Back in our game, a pitch out to Binion. Another big-time run up the far sideline. It's close to a first down here. We'll see where they spot it. It is very, very close.
I think he's a little shy, maybe a yard shy, Mitch.
The Trojans, the West Central Trojans, will end their season at 6-4. Shout out to Brad Odom, head coach of the basketball team there at West Central, for keeping me up to speed on that matchup. Tough loss for the West Central Trojans. Congratulations to the LaVille Lancers as they move on to the second round in this sectional 41 that we're here tonight to see the Cavs and the Satellites in as well. Out of the gun, it's McEwen taking the snap. Hands off to Ethan Binion. Stiff arm again. What'd you see?
Good run. I got him a little pat in the back, no big deal. But man, he just stiffed arm one of the Satellite defenders. Man, he's a strong individual, that guy.
Isn't he though? And we have
I was a little scared there for a sec, Mitch.
Yeah, I care. Well, you're right there on the far sideline where he was running right to you. He saw that white.
It's the white.
It's the white.
That beautiful white.
Run to KVB, baby.
Unfortunately, though, South Central had white, so I thought he was going to mini ram me.
Right. Well, and it was kind of the same play that Hall of Fame coach Tim Roth talked to us about a few weeks ago in that Winamac game. Student body left, and now here's a student body right. It's looks like it's David Height. He's wrapped up in the backfield by number 53 of the Satellites. That was Cole Freeman, the senior.
I'm telling you, Mitch, Cole Freeman, and that's not the first time he's made a good tackle. He does not want his senior year to end, his career to end here on this field. He's really giving it his all here. I've seen Freeman a lot tonight.
Another score update from North Judson St. Pierre as they are taking on South Newton. 12-yard touchdown run by Brock Benson. The two-point conversion is no good. They lead 55-6 with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Back in our game, double handoff near sideline. David Height all the way to the 21, and a horse collar brings him down. The flag flies in late, and that's what it'll be. They'll assess it on top of that, Jay.
Yeah, that was on, again, the senior Freeman. Really nothing he could do. He kind of blew him by him, and the only thing he could grab is the top of that jersey there, the horse collar. But just moving the chains a little bit more for Culver.
They're having a conference at the 31-yard line. All of the officials, except for the far sideline judge, they're wanting to make sure to get this call correctly. He was brought down at the 32. Be an 8-yard gain. It will now be 2nd and 10. No flag.
No flag.
So they are pulling the flag back, and now on the near sideline, head coach Austin Faust wants to definitely say something about that. He wants to protest it. So they're literally putting the laundry back in their pocket.
I wonder what that discussion was about. Because I saw what you saw.
Yeah.
You saw it first, Mitch.
Yeah, and they called it up here in the press box as well. He brought
clearly
it was
looked
a horse,
like.
Yeah, it was a horse collar.
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows?
2nd and 10 on the 32 in Satellite territory. Deep pass play. It's Caleb McEwen, and he's going to get the touchdown. Touchdown, Cavs. McEwen to McEwen up the seam.
Did you see, Mitch, the misdirection on McEwen's head? He looked left.
And then
his brother was right in the middle.
Yeah.
He probably had, heck, they read minds, right?
Yeah, they have to. They're telepathic, man.
Because he fooled me.
Yeah, he did that last week. It's kind of like a Matt Stafford. He looks off the defense, and he's throwing the other way.
Are they twins?
Yes, they're identical.
Okay, then that makes sense then. There you go.
Good
for them.
But it just shows you, Jonas loves baseball. And that was a baseball type of throw as it's a botched snap on the 2-point conversion. They pounce on Jonas late. They don't get it. It keeps it 36-8 here with 7:44 to go in the first half.
The Satellites have a lot of work to do where they didn't allow any points in the third quarter last week. Now they allow 6 here in this third quarter.
I mean, what we talked about, what shouldn't happen for Satellites to be back in this game, happened. They turned it over their first possession with an interception, and then they had Culver. They let Culver score in this end here. So they're just, of course, digging themselves a bigger hole, unfortunately, for the Satellites.
Hey, Justin, we've got someone special on the line. We talked about him a few moments ago. It's Nathan Welter, who is on location for the Knox Redskins. They're taking on River Forest. It's halftime. What's going on in the first half there, Nathan?
Well, a little bit of a slow start for the Redskins. They actually had forced a turnover early on, but it ended up being ruled an incomplete pass instead of an interception. Knox actually started out working from behind a little bit, but here at halftime, they're up 24-13 against River Forest, and once they got settled in, it was just the overall physical power of the offensive line that has led the Redskins to this halftime lead. This line is really doing something special here tonight.
That is great news, and we talked about it a little earlier. You know, we are here in honor of the late, great Tony the Boss Ross. You yourself had the pleasure of being able to work with Tony over the years. Just take a moment to talk about Tony.
You know, in so many different respects, he was such a special guy. I mean, take sports out of the equation. Tony Ross was just a good human being, a great person to be around, and he knew how to just get along with anyone and everyone. The world is definitely a lesser place without him here, but heaven definitely improved. I'll tell you what, his personality was second to none, and he's someone who's going to be greatly missed by the entire part of this state, that's for sure. And I mean, there's not enough words to say what a loss this was for us in our area.
You know, one thing I always remember was that time we went golfing, and I posted that picture, or I commented that picture of all 4 of us, you, me, John Thompson, and Tony, when we went golfing. That's a core memory for me, where the club went farther than the ball. Do you remember that day?
I absolutely do, and without question, that was the greatest golf foursome put together in the history of golf, and there's no arguments. We were phenomenal that day.
I think we had to run back up to the clubhouse a couple of times because I just couldn't figure it out. But
we did. But yeah, a lot of great memories, and you know, he's someone that the entire northern part of Indiana, he really had an impact on when it came to high school sports, and definitely never going to be another Tony Ross, that's for sure.
Well, I appreciate you hopping on here, Nate. We'll keep in contact with you. Keep sending those score updates, and we hope we hear about an Knox Redskin win.
Absolutely. Good talking with you.
All right, that is Nathan Welter on location for the Knox Redskins. We appreciate his time. Also, some nice words there about Tony the Boss Ross. Of course, Nate Welter was the sports director here on WKVI for many years. When I started here at KVB 10 years ago, he was the sports director then. But man, had the opportunity to work alongside Tony the Boss Ross as well. Man, we lost a good one, folks. As we are back in action in our game, several plays have happened. It's the Satellites throwing a quick slant to the 45 on 2nd and 17. Ball was spotted on the 33. It'll now be spotted on the 45, 44. They trail 36-8 with 6:20 to go here in the third. It'll bring up third down.
I mean, if you're South Central, Mitch, you got to continue to trust your throwing game. Right there, prime example, beautiful slant action there. Got in the middle and continue to throw, which they're doing right now.
Quick throw out to the near sideline. It's Carter Holmquist. My gosh, jukes actually, he stiff-armed Caleb McEwen, jukes Tony Summers, and then splits the next defender coming over. Almost got out of it, but he's tackled. It will be a first down for the Satellites. They're now in Cavalier territory. Ball spotted on the 47-yard line.
And wait a minute, Mitch. Did you say the club went farther than the ball?
Yeah, that was a bad day. I'll never forget Tony's laugh. He laughed so hard that day that he cried. Oh! I think it may be intercepted here.
Oh, no, on the ground first. The back referee is called. He looked kind of confident in that call.
Ethan Binion almost had it.
Really close there.
But, yeah, that was the first and the last time I ever went golfing, Justin.
Well, heck, that's a good day. Then.
I'll never forget.
That, like you said, it's a good memory having that with the boss.
It's a core memory, and he told me, keep your eye on the ball, Mitch. Just swing hard. Just swing hard. Well, I swang hard. I just didn't get very good contact. The club went about 40 yards. You could hear it. It sounded like a helicopter blade. Woo, 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 woo. Next play, steps back, Stroud fires, and it's underthrown. Brad Bashinsky. It'll bring up third down. The Satellites having trouble here.
I mean, did you see how many black jerseys were attacking Stroud there? I mean, he's just getting attacked right now. Because, with Culver, if you know what's going to happen, they're going to with South Central, they want to throw the ball. They haven't ran in this possession as they should, I don't think. So they're trying to blitz them greatly to get him down on the ground.
Next play, Stroud.
There they go.
Cavs after him. It's a full-on blitz. He gets rid of it, and he throws it out of bounds. The Cavs were in a full-on blitz there.
Isaiah Bella.
Man, Stroud he's right in front of me. And he just looks exhausted. And that was a hard-time hit. You see that, Mitch? That was a big-time hit that the Cavaliers just slammed him to the ground. Legal tackle. But, man, he's getting a lot right now tonight.
We're being told now at North Judson the JV is in, leading 63-6. It was a 46-yard touchdown by Cole Wilcox. He also gets the 2-point conversion. 63-6 is the score with 2:30 to go in the second quarter. Back in our game, it's a throw up the middle to number 80, Cameron Schultz. It's incomplete. And that will be a turnover on downs for the Satellites. They just can't get anything going, Jay.
No, Culver's in control, full control right now. And like I mentioned, Mitch, with Culver, their one and only game that they've won was week 1 against Attica, and they put up 42 points. They're reaching that right now with 36. Next score will do it. But again, records do not matter. The past does not matter. They're really focusing on right now, Mitch, and they're doing a pretty good job doing that.
First and 10 for the Cavs. They lead 36-8. It's a handoff, double handoff to David Height. Near sideline, crosses the 50, and he's brought down at the 47. Big-time tackle by Connor Elliott of the South Central Satellites. He literally pulled the jersey of Height. It stretched so far I thought it was going to rip, but that brought him down. It'll be spotted at the 47-yard line. Tough sledding for the Satellites here.
I mean, they've gave up some pretty big plays against Culver, but some of these tackles by South Central are pretty good physical tackles.
Next play, Tony Summers up the near sideline. I was looking down. What happened on that play there?
Little kind of got me jumping a little bit. Summers there, number 46. Kind of one-on-one tackle, South Central opportunity. Summers kind of juked left, went right. I'm sorry, juked right, went left, and kind of got a couple more yards and got that first down. Mitch. Were you a juker back in your day?
On the basketball court.
On the basketball court. That's the same thing.
First and 10. Ball on the Satellites 38. Binion up the middle. Trying to get the first down. He may have got 9 yards on that carry. Or did he get it?
I think he got it.
And now there's a flag in the backfield. It looks like it will be on the Cavs, so it'll bring it back.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because I think he got it there, Binion. But run. Forrest Gump for Culver. That's the strategy right now. I mean, they'll need to throw it, and they've been pretty good at throwing it. But, heck, are we still in the third quarter? Yeah, we are.
3:45 to go, and it is finally halftime as the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays lead South Newton 63-6. Running clock in the second half for the Jays.
And Winnemax losing 35-12 with 2 minutes left in the ballgame.
Man. Next play, back in our game, handoff to Binion, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd and long here.
Loss on the play.
As today's broadcast is brought to you in part by 5 Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5 Star. Where's it at, Justin?
In the Knox Mall.
You didn't know that was coming. I kind of just threw it to you.
Well, heck, I'm always expecting to do that because it's one of my favorite things.
You heard that commercial probably back when you were in high school.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, yeah. Good times.
2:40 to go. Next play, 2nd down. Toss out the Binion, far side of the field. And the Satellites are doing a good job of tracking it down. They have a nose for the ball right now.
Yeah, again, it's kind of opposite of what Culver's strategy does defensively. Expect a pass. Now South Central is expecting the run. So they're doing a good job closing those doors on those holes when it comes to Culver. And now they're 3rd down, 14 to go, Mitch, on the 41, 2:05 left in the 3rd.
Yeah, big 3rd down here. The Satellites need a stop. Minute 55 to go in the 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Jonas McEwen. Takes the snap, toss out this side of the field. It's Tony Summers. He's going to cross the 40 to the 35 to the 30 to the 25. Breaks the last tackle. He gets pushed out by Carter Holmquist, though. If Carter didn't push him, that might have been to the house by Tony.
Absolutely. Summers is fast. He's a fast dude. I mean, he got on the outside, and like you said, Mitch, if he wasn't pushed out of bounds, there's another touchdown right there for Culver. But they're getting closer and closer. I think they're just – announcer's going to say it. 23, there you go. Yep. At the 23 now for Culver.
Fresh set of downs for the Cavs. They deliver on that 3rd and 14, so now it's Jonas McEwen out of the gun. Summers to his right, takes a snap, hands off to Summers. Here he comes on the far side of the field, cuts up, crosses the 20, and he's tackled near the 15-yard line. Flag flies in late.
Summers is a senior, too. And, I mean, no disrespect to him, he doesn't really look like a senior. Just with his height and everything.
Yeah.
But he runs like one.
On the satellite.
So
face mask getting a little bit closer for Culver. I think we're right on the 10, Mitch. Yep.
So it will be spotted 1st and goal on the 10-yard line. Clock keeps rolling. 1:25 to go in the 3rd. 36-8. The Cavs lead. From shotgun, it's Jonas McEwen with Tony Summers to his right. Twins to the right. Takes the snap from the far hash. Hands off to Tony Summers, and the Satellites read it well. The nose, Anthony Rimkus getting in there, as well as Connor Elliott.
Summer on the carry.
Man, he landed right on Summers there. I'm sure that didn't feel good.
Yeah, Anthony Rimkus is a big boy. And he's quick. He's got quick hands.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, he's got quick. Rimkus has got quick hands. He's got quick feet, and he's got a nose for the ball. And then you saw Connor Elliott come in there. The Satellites have moments where you're like, man, they got it going. Almost drew him off sides. And they don't throw the flag. McEwen looks back to the near sideline. I think the play was a hard count, and now the Cavs will call a timeout to burn one.
He's looking at the back referee, the white hat. He's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
3 of them jumped.
Give me something. You've called it all night on us. It stops the
That's legit, though. 3 of them jumped for South Central.
I mean, seriously, a little taste of your own medicine, I think, is what the Cavs were saying there. Is it stops the clock at 27.3 seconds. 2nd and goal, ball on the 8-yard line here in the 3rd quarter. The Cavs are trying to put more points on the board as they lead 36-8.
Again, I think what you said, Mitch, they want to make a statement.
Yeah.
Especially from last week, going into next week. again, if everything plans out as we think it's going to do, with North Judson going up against this team, Culver.
Right.
I mean, they want to show North Judson, because, hey, we're not a normal 2-8 football team.
Right.
And we're a little bit better last time we played you. So.
No, I mean, you're exactly right.
So it's definitely a statement moment here for Coach Austin and the Cavaliers.
So out of the timeout, ball spotted on the 12-yard line. Not the 8, the 12. Out of the gun, McEwen takes the snap, fires far sideline. Incomplete. He had his man David Height, but Height was covered by Trenton Martin all the way. We've talked about Trenton Martin before. While he is a smaller individual, he plays with such heart and passion. Only 5'5", 120 pounds, but he did not let the Cavs have a shot at the end zone at all. Not on his watch.
It was perfect defense right there by Martin. I mean, I guarantee you couldn't even put like a pencil between the two bodies. I mean, he was all over them. And again, that's what you have to do for, his size. Just be tough defensively.
Third down. Pitch out to Summers. Wrapped up. I don't think he's going to get it. He's short, so it'll bring fourth down, and that will be the end of the third quarter. The Cavs will have it deep in satellite territory when we come back. Fourth quarter action is on the way.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
This is Buzz Schoaf, head coach of the South Central Satellites. Stay tuned for more satellite football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. McGrath Refrigeration, voted Stark County's favorite heating and air conditioning dealer, is your local Armstrong Air dealer. Call today, 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
Back at Cavalier Field, Mitch Columbia along with sideline sports analyst Justin Ruff. We go to the fourth quarter. 36-8, the Cavs lead their rival, the South Central Satellites, as the next play, a big-time pass play to Caleb McEwen, another McEwen to McEwen connection. Touchdown Cavs, 42-8.
Statement from the Cavaliers, Mitch. I mean, it's plain and simple. They're showing a statement tonight. Again, they're at 42 with this extra point. 2-point conversion here. It'll be the most points they've scored all season long. Offensively, they've been all on it tonight. It's a great showing of offensive play.
So the Cavs are going for two, up 42-8. They score in the first 5 seconds of the fourth quarter. McEwen takes a snap out of the gun, rolls to the near sideline.
Intercepted.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, wow.
It looked like it was going to be intercepted, and Caleb McEwen, his brother, ripped it out.
Wow. Mitch, it was. It was pretty much intercepted. But McCowan, that was just a prime example of who wants it more right now. And he took it out of his hands.
And
he said, I'm sorry, that didn't belong to you. Give it here. I mean, that's what it was.
Well, and you got to be excited for the McEwen brothers connecting on several touchdowns today, and now the 2-point conversion. I mean, they are building some mojo here going forward. Like you said, it looks like they're probably going to be taking on the Blue Jays if things go well here for them, which we think they will. And then also on our side, if the satellites, you never know, something could happen here. But as of right now, it looks like the Cavs are taking care of business. As it looks like Justin's getting a quick word with the sideline official. What did he say to you?
Oh, man, he's enjoying it. That's what he's doing.
Well, it's so cool, the officials allowing us to be on the sideline. Now, we've had a couple of run-ins over the years, but all in all, they love that we have the capability of bringing a sideline reporter to the field. It kind of just brings that extra piece to the puzzle, and you can thank Tony the Boss Ross for coming up with that idea over 10 years ago. That was my first job out of college. I was his sideline reporter covering all of WYMR's teams. What an honor it was to join Tony the Boss Ross all those years ago. We'll have highlights of his tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line, as here's a kickoff return by Carter Holmquist. He's not done yet. He gets all the way to the Cavs side of the field to the 30-yard line. And he's got he's got a bad cramp right now. Oh, man, he shot out of a cannon. Got it near the 25 to the 30, splits it right up the middle, crosses the 50 to the 30-yard line, stiff-armed the Cav. You talk about statements, Justin. That's the kind of play that can rally the troops.
Right, absolutely. I mean, that stiff arm was pretty. And, man, I feel for the cramp there. I got one yesterday getting out of bed. And,
That's not the same thing.
Those are not fun to have, Mitch.
Now I wonder why my buddy Matt Ketchum says, I don't know if we're listening to a comedy show or an actual sports game.
Oh, man. A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Satellites jump off sides. The hard count got them themselves.
Shame on me, Mitch. I should have counted how many of those we got tonight. For both teams.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably need another hand to count them. Have an assistant walking with me.
Use your toes.
There's another one.
Just use your toes.
That's what we have to do, Mitch. Goodness.
So they assess the penalty. It's 1st and long for the Satellites. This looks like it's Rylan Rondo now taking snaps out of the gun. He does. Ooh. Hands off. It's number 1. Goes inside, now breaks out to the far side of the field. Wow. Gets the first down and more to the 10, and he's knocked out near the 5-yard line. Wow, we haven't seen Cade Zara-Z at all tonight. The sophomore, 5'9", 174, and he showed head coach Buzz Schoaf, hey, man, get me out here.
That was some speed going in the outside.
Flying.
And now, right now, if you're South Central, it's coming down to not giving up at all. I mean, like how strong are you as an individual mentally, to give up right now at this point? I mean, if you're a warrior, you should never give up, and I think that's what their mentality is right now, Mitch.
1st and goal on the 9, hands off up the middle. Zara-Z again, and he is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got anything.
No, it doesn't look like it. Good defensive stop by the Cavaliers.
We see number 64 of the Cavs coming in, Colt Snyder, and 54 of the Cavs. 64 Skylar Greer, and 54 Keneal Anthony Sammy, the freshman, coming out here.
Rondo looks like is still leading the way as quarterback.
Out of the gun, Rylan Rondo. Zara-Z to his right, takes a snap, steps back, looks to throw, fires, has Carter Holmquist for the end zone, no good.
That was close, Mitch. I mean, again, defensively, I can't really see his number 16. I'm sorry, that was Summers. I got a piece of that defensively, and he might have got a piece of something else because he looks like he's limping. But it looks like he's staying in there. But, I mean, this is just a good defensive play by Summers there by Cavaliers.
And, Justin, let's make a point here. We're in a running clock. The Cavs are up this much now at this point. 8:20 to go, and the running clock has begun. The Satellites have it. 3rd and goal on the 9. Flags fly. What'd you see?
Offsides again. Offense. Offside. Man. It looked like number 76, I think. South Central just got a little bit jumpy. Clock is rolling. 7:50. Again, if you're South Central, Mitch, you don't want to say give up at all. So, just punch it in here.
Here up the middle, it's Zarazi again, and he's tackled. It'll bring up 4th down here. We'll see what happens.
Looks like it's on 9, 8. See what Rondo has here in the air.
Spotted on the 14-yard line. They had it up to the 9. Out of the gun, Rylan Rondo. Sets his man in motion. That's Brad Bashinsky. Takes the snap. Low snap. Has to keep it himself. Up the left side. Juke move. Still on his feet. Far side of the field. Up the sideline. And he's going to get the touchdown. Touchdown, Satellites. Rylan Rondo uses his legs, and that's kind of what we talked about with head coach Buzz Schoaf. Would we see that? But we're seeing it in the 4th. I hope it's not too late, but it's looking like it here. 44-14 with 6:20 to go in the ball game. The Satellites look like they're going for 2.
I mean, I think it is too. It might be just a little bit too late, Mitch. But again, that was a good, confident run. It wasn't an easy run either. He had to work for that. He got a dove for that orange pylon there and got it.
They're not going for 2. They're going for the extra kick. Rondo to
again,
hold. Who's kicking? Number
44.
Tommaso Dambelli. Snap, hold, kick, up, high, arcing, and it goes through the uprights as it makes it 44-16. Justin, we have an opportunity to catch up with our sports analyst Chris McGowan, who couldn't be here tonight. Chris, how you doing, buddy?
There he is.
I'm doing okay.
Been a rough week for us.
Yeah, it has been a rough, real rough week for us. Just one of those things. Life happens. But again, the news I got on Monday about Tony the Boss, and then another tragedy on Tuesday that tonight and tomorrow that I'll be attending. But again, just a real rough week. But I tell you what, man, I'm not surprised that Culver's winning, but I am surprised by how much.
Yeah,
right.
It's been an interesting ball game, and I think the Cavs are trying to send a message tonight. The Satellites went with Stroud for most of the game, where they had Rylan Rondo taking most of the snaps last week. Just an interesting scenario here. We thought it would be a little bit closer than this, but I think the Cavs are wanting to take it to the next round.
Oh, yeah, and take a chance. Not very often do you get to play the number 1 team of the state twice in one season.
Now,
so, again, North Judson, my understanding was the report I got from my mom was the JV was playing halfway through the second quarter. So.
Yeah. They're blowing down the doors of South Newton. But, Chris, we know you won't be there tomorrow due to the unfortunate news you have on your end as well, on top of Tony the Boss Ross. But I did want to let our listeners know we will have the Hall of Fame coach of Winamac, Tim Roth, in your place tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line. We're very happy about that. We will play highlights of Tony's throughout the years. Instead of our highlights coming and going from commercial break, it'll be Tony's. And then we'll also air that interview we had with Tony back in April of 23 when he won that Excellence in Football Media Award. You remember that interview?
Oh, yeah, it was a great interview.
Yeah, it's a really touching moment. It'll be during the Where Are They Now segment with Harold Welter. But, man, it's just we lost a good one in Tony Ross.
Yeah, we did. And, Mitch, I hate to cut this short, but I got to go.
Understandable. We appreciate you, Chris. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
That is Chris McGowan on the call. We appreciate his time. As back in our game, it was a kick to the far sideline. The Cavs touched it. It looks like it'll be near the 35-yard line is where they're spotting it here, Justin. But glad we could get Chris McGowan on the line.
Oh, absolutely. I'm here, talking to a couple of different people, and some of the people say, I don't get any, hey, how you doing? Nice hair today. Have you been working out? I get, where's McGowan?
Where's McGowan? Is that all they said? Are you serious?
I've had a couple questions on where Chris is. So,
Well,
again, nothing about my awesome hair day or my push-ups I've done recently. It's where's Chris?
Pitch up to Braylon Jackson, near sideline, crosses the 45 to the 50, still on his feet to the 45.
Oh,
he runs out of bounds at about the 46, 47-yard line. Would you get a haircut today?
I mean, it's a B+ hair day.
You got the product in too, huh? I had a guy that cut my hair. He said, "Why don't you ever put any gel or product in your hair?" And I said, no, I don't want to do that. He goes, "Come on, man, chicks dig the product." So I started using product, Justin.
Oh, boy. Sold.
First and 10, fresh set of downs for the Cavs. They're not slowing down under 4 minutes to go here in a ball game. They set their man in motion, takes a snap. It's a toss to the man in motion, number 12 of the Culver Cavs, John Carr, the freshman. Flag flies late. What'd you see?
That's coming back, yeah. Little illegal hold there, Cavaliers.
We brought this up last week. We had my good friend from Rushville, Indiana, Matt Ketchum, on the call. We found out last week that our Rushville Lions, Justin, became conference champions last week. Now here in the first round of sectionals, they are taking it to Franklin County in the third quarter, 19-7. My Lions lead.
That's awesome.
Thank you to Matt Ketchum for sending me that score.
How's their season looking, Mitch?
They did very, very well. I don't have the full record here, but it was a winning season, and it was the best season in a long, long time there at Rushville. So definitely proud of my Lions. Is back in action in our game. It's a handoff to Tony Summers. He's wrapped up in the backfield by number 74, Connor Elliott. Not the first time we've called his name. Chris had mentioned a few moments ago the JV is in for the Jays as they lead 60. Boy, where is it? I can't see it here. The last score update I had says 63-6 with the JV in. The Jays are rolling away with it, and they will face the winner of this game. It looks like it's going to be the Culver Cavaliers with 2:15 to go in the ball game. 44-15 they lead. Hand off up the middle. Summers again gets to the 49 in satellite territory, and that clock keeps on ticking.
There he goes. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's no disrespect to South Newton. I mean, North Judson, they've been doing this all year long. I mean, they are one of the best teams in the state right now. But I'm not surprised at all with the score. I mean, if they just continue to play their game like they've been doing all year, there's going to be more of these wins in the Blue Jays.
Third and 13 for the Cavs. Ball on the 50. McEwen sets Braylon Jackson in motion. Pitch to Braylon. Crosses the 50. Here he comes. Far side of the field to the 45 to the 40. 35. Slipped as he tried to cut back to the center of the field. He's tackled at the 31-yard line off him slipping. But it will be a Cavalier first down as that clock just keeps on ticking. It's 1 minute to go before the Culver Cavaliers win the first round of Sectional 41 against their rival, the South Central Satellites, where they fell to the Satellites last week in Union Mills at the launch pad, 30-22. This week, a totally different script. 44-15. Looks like that will be the final. We heard from head coach Austin Faust this week. They practice victory formation, Jay, and that's what they're doing right here. The kneel down by Jonas McEwen. It looks like that will be close enough to be the end of the ball game. They may have to kneel it one more time here. No. That will be the end of the ball game. The Culver Cavaliers beat the South Central Satellites here in Culver 44-15. 44-15 is the final. A big-time win for them. They will move on to round 2 of this Sectional 41 and face the North Judson Sampier Blue Jays in another battle. And I believe that game will be held here in Culver, if I'm not mistaken.
Final score, Cavaliers 44.
Well, we've got a lot of things to talk about in the Collins Insurance post-game show. Mitch Columbi along with sideline sports analyst Justin Ruff. We so appreciate all of you joining us throughout tonight. It was the hardest game I've ever had to broadcast, and we did it in honor of the late, great, our very own Tony the Boss Ross. We sure hope he's looking down on us, smiling, very proud. And we brought these kids all the access we could give them tonight. They deserved every bit of it, and the Cavs become winners here tonight in this one. We're going to take a break and come back for our Collins Insurance post-game show. We'll catch up some other scores in our area to see what's going on. But again, 44-15 is the final. The Cavs beat the South Central Satellites. We'll be back after this.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years' experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show. Let's get back to Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
Chris McGowan couldn't be here tonight due to a loss close to the family. Our thoughts and prayers are with him. We also are dealing with our own loss. Tony the Boss Ross. Tough night for us. But the Cavs win. And they beat their rival, the South Central Satellites, 44-15. A big-time win for them. Let's go ahead and bring our sports analyst, sideline reporter Justin Ruff in the slot for Chris McGowan tonight. What'd you think of this game tonight, Jay?
I mean, we just saw one of Culver's best game of the year. Just like from the start, Mitch, they were on it. That big run right off the bat. I think it might have been play number one, was it not, Mitch?
Yeah.
With Binion running all the way to the inside the 10, and that just started it off right there. South Central did a pretty good job stopping that run, causing no points there. But I felt like the momentum was just from the start was on the Cavaliers' side tonight. Their passing game was awesome, and David Height had a lot to do with that. Just beautiful runs in the interior there, and a few touchdowns. We saw some brother connection tonight as well. I mean, again, offensively, you can't get much better than the game we saw tonight by Culver.
No. I mean, they really came out with a game plan. They definitely didn't want last week to be a mirrored image. They wanted this game to be a completely different game, and it was. Right from the start, if you really think about it, it took a couple of plays. You know, they had that huge play that got them down to the red zone. They weren't able to connect. They weren't able to get a touchdown. The Satellites stopped them. But after they stopped the Satellites, it's like they didn't really look back.
No, and their play calling was aggressive.
Yes,
and they proved that, late in the second quarter with that kickoff, the onside kick that they had. I mean, it was just a genius play. And right before that, I mentioned this is key for South Central to score here with 3:40 left. And then, of course, Culver wanted the ball more, and they got it. And they scored, I believe.
Yes.
Right off of that.
Yes.
So, it's again, offensively, Culver did what they were supposed to do tonight, and we'll see what they can do next week against one of the best teams in the state.
We've got a lot of work to do. We've got to find out our Stark County Co-op play of the game. We've also got to come up with our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game for this one. It's going to be tough. There was a lot of big plays, man.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I know. I kind of mentioned some of them, Mitch, with that offsides kick. I mean, that has to be one of them. And then another play that caught my eye was in the end zone there. The game was, I do believe it was in the fourth quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, where McQuinn just yanked it out of his hands. Could have been intercepted, but he yanked it out of his hands, and I think that was a 2-point conversion. Those plays there, Mitch, were just big boy plays.
They were,
and
they
especially
really were.
That offsides kick return. I mean, that completely just put more momentum into the Culver's team. It was just, again, just those plays there were awesome.
Well, you have some score updates. The last one we had from the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays, they had the JV here in the second half. It looks like a rushing touchdown, by South Newton makes it 63-12. The PAT was blocked. That was at 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. And then the last update we had for the Knox Redskins, they were leading 24-13 at the half. Nathan Welter texted me about 20 minutes ago. He said he thought River Forest it looked like they were giving up almost. He said he thinks it's going to be an ugly final score. We'll see what that final is. But then also the West Central Trojans fall to LaVille 41-6. Their season comes to a close at 6-4. Our game, the South Central Satellites, will end their season at 2-8. The Cavs just went 2-8 off this win, 44-15 over the Satellites. They will see, it looks like, the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays next week. And if I'm not mistaken, that game will be here in Culver. So to have 2 home games in a row for the Cavs, that's some positives to take away. Even though the number 1 ranked team in 1A is coming in here again this year. We were there for that game earlier this year. The Cavs couldn't get anything going. But, with the momentum these Cavs have now, I mean, I feel like the Jays are going to see a different ball club in these Cavs.
Absolutely. And, with the Jays coaching staff, you're going to for sure know that they're going to request maybe multiple times this film and see what they have done to put up 44 points. And it's really key to some of these players. Majority of them were Binion, Height, the McQuinn boys.
Yeah.
I mean, they just did a really good job offensively, and it shows this tonight.
Did we ever get a final from Winamac by chance?
It was 35-12. Winamac season ends with a 4-5 record.
So 35-12, 4-5 as the Winamac Warriors season comes to a close. You may be wondering, why is that 9 games? Well, we remind you in week 2, the Warriors game against Frontier got canceled due to the weather, and they weren't able to reschedule that game. So the Warriors season comes to a close at 4-9 as they hosted Taylor tonight, and Taylor beats them, as Justin just said, 35-12. The Knox Redskins in good shape. The North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays, they took care of business in the first quarter, Justin. Looks like everything is going well for our area teams other than Winamac and West Central and the South Central Satellites. 3 3 of our 6 teams get eliminated here in Week 1. It'll be a tough Saturday sports line tomorrow to break this down with the South Central Satellites head coach Buzz Schoaf, West Central's head coach Mark Call, and Winamac Warriors head coach Josh Burgess. I always tell them in the Saturday show when the season is over, I hate goodbyes, but man, they always do a good job of being there to talk about their season, to talk about their seniors. Man, it's a tough way to go out in the first game of sectionals hoping you could just get one more week,
Right, absolutely. And, we have, with the schools that we cover, Mitch, we have some good coaches that, again, like you said, take the time to speak with us. And the community as well. I'm sure your phone is blowing up all the time with just the updates that you get. Heck, when I'm on the air, I get a few updates myself.
Yeah.
Telling me what the score is. I mean, this area, we get really blessed of just people helping us out. And it starts with the coaches, I feel like, as well.
It does. And then, the score updates I'm getting from North Judson, Robert Worsler and Chris Madsen tonight, they're listening to our game while they're at the Blue Jay game. So, it's just an honor to be able to be part of this wonderful tradition here at KVB between Harold Welter and now the late, great Tony the Boss Ross. I mean, it's such an honor to be able to do this for a living. I mean, you said it before, Justin, we get paid to do this.
Sure do.
It's pretty cool. It's
awesome.
Well, we're going to take a break and come back for our Stark County Co-op play of the game, as this is the Collins Insurance post-game show, and you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere. Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox. Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989. Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op play of the game. Let's return to the voices of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
Chris, unfortunately, couldn't be here tonight. Another death in our area that we are mourning for him and his family. Just a really terrible week here for us at KVB. Our thoughts and prayers are with him as well. But in his place tonight was our sideline reporter, sports analyst Justin Ruff. We appreciate him stepping up. Justin, I'll go ahead and take the reins on this. I talked to Paul Dunn. Of course, he does the broadcast for Culver TV, and we kind of communicated about, what would be our Stark County Co-op play of the game, and you kind of hit the nail on the head earlier when you were talking about it. That kickoff return by the Cavs, and then they turn right around and do an onside kick and get it. So while that was 2 plays, I think those 2 plays kind of really just sealed the deal for the Cavs. While we have to, I guess you technically want to pick one play for the Stark County Co-op play of the game, you'd want to go with the kickoff return, but the fact that they followed it up with an onside kick and get it, I think that right there, that dual play right there, is the reason the Cavs went on to win this game and beat the South Central Satellites. Your thoughts?
I mean, I couldn't disagree more. Or agree more, sorry. I couldn't agree more. I mean that heading into the halftime, I mean, those plays there just kind of showed, not only South Central, but this crowd that, hey, we're being aggressive tonight, and we're proving it. And those were just 2 awesome plays right there, back to back, that we witnessed, and I loved.
Another score update as the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays put more points on the board with their JV in. It was a
touchdown run, and then the 2-point conversion was good. It's now 71-12, and then just now the South Newton Rebels are able to put a rushing touchdown on the board. The 2-point conversion is good, making it 71-20. And then the last score update from the Knox Redskins, as we said, was 24-13. But Miles McLaughlin scores a touchdown and gets the 2-point conversion. They are now leading River Forest 32-13 with 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Wanted to also make note, Easton Minix unfortunately had to get carted off the field. There was a significant delay, Nathan Welter told me. Our thoughts are definitely with Easton Minix. He is definitely a big-time piece to that Knox Redskin puzzle. You hate to hear anyone go down like that.
Yeah, seeing a player go down and like getting carted off, it just makes your stomach hurt.
Yeah.
And that's just, especially at the time of the year where we have where we're at. It's just that's not good.
Well, our Stark County Co-op play of the game for us in this one was the kickoff return by the Cavs, and then the onside kick recovery right after that big-time touchdown. Good job by the Cavs. They took care of business, and they never looked back after that. We're going to take a break and come back. Our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game is on the way. You're listening to the Collins Insurance postgame show on KVB's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere. Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox. Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989. Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch?
Hey, thanks, John. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson St. Pierre High School, who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game wears number 9 for the Culver Cavaliers. It's quarterback and defensive back Jonas McEwen, the junior. Jonas unofficially, and let me remind you, this is unofficial. This is in no way the official stats, but I did get it from our good friend Paul Dunn, who does the broadcast on Culver TV. Unofficially, Jonas McEwen was 13 for 17 in the air for 230 yards and 4 touchdowns. He rushed for a touchdown as well. We all think he deserves our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Congratulations to Culver Cavalier Jonas McEwen. Your thoughts, Justin?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he did a heck of a job running the point there, the quarterback. I mean, and the whole team really. You had David Hyde, the senior, who caught 2 of those touchdowns, and you have that offensive line too, who did a heck of a job not only protecting the quarterback but making those holes bigger for Binion. I mean, this the whole overall Culver team did a very good job. But yeah, the quarterback was the start of it.
Definitely, and I want to give a big-time shout-out to Kyle Evans. He just sent me a very personal text. I won't read it, but Kyle, thank you very much. We're missing Tony tonight, guys, and he was a great guy, and the outpouring of people in this area, I think, shows how important that man was. Thank you, Kyle. I wish you luck this season there at my gosh, Ancilla College. I lost my train of thought. Kyle Evans, of course, the former head basketball coach here at Culver, now at Ancilla College. I wish him nothing but the best. You're all aces in my book, Kyle. Thank you very much for that touching text. But our final in this one saw the Cavs beat the South Central Satellites 44-15. The Winamac Warriors fall to Taylor 35-12. They end their season at 4-5. The West Central Trojans unfortunately fall to LaVille 41-6. They end their season at 6-4. The Cavs go 2-8. The Satellites will end their season at 2-8. We're still awaiting the final from the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays and the Knox Redskins, but I think we can safely say, Justin, the Blue Jays are going to be here in Culver next week as they lead 71-20 over South Newton. And then another touchdown by the Knox Redskins. Miles McLaughlin scores from 40 yards out just now. That means it is now 38-13. We'll see if that two-point conversion is good by the Knox Redskins, but they are leading over River Forest at this moment in time. And then I also wanted to mention our other station, Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR, with Rusty Nixon and Joe McKee on the call. They witnessed Plymouth beat Wawasee tonight on Max 98.3 FM, 38-13. If you caught the game with Rusty, he had an amazing moment as well, honoring Tony at the beginning of that broadcast. It choked me up. Of course, they went live 30 minutes before us. I was able to hear that. We are all really mourning the loss of the late, great Tony the Boss Ross. It's just been a very tough week, but as Rusty noted on the pregame show earlier tonight, if we didn't do this game tonight, Justin, Tony wouldn't have been very happy with us.
He would not be happy. No, and we all know that.
We all know that. So we miss Tony dearly. But our final, like I said tonight, the Cavs beat the Satellites 44-15 as KVB's WKVI Sports will be back in action next Friday as we continue our story through the 2024 football sectionals for round 2. We will be going live for one of our area teams that have advanced tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. That's right here on 99.3 FM and streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. We also remind you to join us tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We always have several of our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. If you ever miss the Saturday Sports Line, don't worry. We remind you of the Saturday Sports Line replay every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. We are having a very, very special Saturday Sports Line tomorrow. I can guarantee it will go longer than 2 hours. My apologies to General Manager Lenny Dessauer on that. There are a lot of things we have got to talk about tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line. Like I mentioned earlier, Chris McGowan won't be with me. We have pulled up to the next spot. You know I'm on it. We have Hall of Fame Winamac head coach Tim Roth. He'll be there for us tomorrow morning to break all of these games down, but we will also have highlights of Tony the Boss Ross's highlights. Of course, I've compiled some highlights over the years of him. We will play in and out of the commercial break, and then we will also air an interview with Tony Chris and I had with Tony in April of 2023, where we talked about his Excellence in Football Media award that was given to him at the prestigious Gritty's Award banquet. That was in April of 2023. A really, really heartfelt interview. You listen to it, and is just gonna hit you in the feels, guys. Just something very special, and we are so honored to be able to continue these traditions. I say plural with what Harold Welter did here on WKVI and what Tony the Boss Ross did for us on Max 98.3 FM, but also all those years being the voice of Plymouth sports. He would have been mad if we didn't continue this tradition. So we must fight forward through this. It's going to be tough. Of course, Sunday will be the viewing, and they are having it at the Plymouth High School Gymnasium. We are expecting a lot of people to be there that day from 2 to 6 p.m. Eastern, and then at 6 p.m. will be the funeral. Of course, KVB will be there, but we look forward to honoring Tony on Sunday. It's just been a very, very tough week, but we do invite you to join us tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line. Like I said, we will not have a Saturday morning coaches show on Max 98.3 FM. We just haven't been able to put the pieces together to get Rusty ready for that quite yet. We'll work on that next week, but I invite all of the listeners in the WYMR area to join us tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, where we will honor Tony. We will have highlights and play that interview like I said. We also invite you to follow us on all of our social media sites, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Final word from you tonight, Justin.
Yeah, I mean it's always fun to be out here, Mitch. I had a fun time, even though that it wasn't a very close game. It was an enjoyable game for me to do, but it was a very emotional night. And we talked about it before the game started with Tony. I mean, it's just the social media is, you just see Tony Ross's face all over the place, and it's awesome to see. And even before the game started, Mitch, Culver did a great job at recognizing him and a moment of silence. And I guarantee you, that was not the only game that happened.
No.
He was very well known throughout this area, and it's very, like you said, you've been saying it. It's a very hard week for a lot of people, but I am very awesome to be here and to be part of this. So thank you, Mitch.
No, absolutely. Our final in this one saw the Culver Cavaliers beat the South Central Satellites in round one of sectional 41, 44-15. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School football. For our sports analyst Justin Ruff, our in-game announcer John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. This one was for Tony.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, L&D Farms, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, USW Local 9551, Collins Insurance, McGrath Refrigeration, Web Printing, and JT's Shirt Shack, Kankakee Valley REMC, Osborne Advantage Real Estate, Keener Construction, LAP Waste, Sideline Automotive, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5 Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Touchdown!